Hello. Oh shit. Yes, that's it. We are live. Ooh, let me turn down the volume a little bit. G'day guys. Welcome back. Let me know if the volume is a little bit too loud. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. It does look like it's getting the red. We're back for a game week 31 live stream. How are you all? It is good to see everybody. Volume is a bit loud, yeah. Just turning it down a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so 11 playing players this week. Neil, volume too low now. Hopefully this is good now. Everybody in the chat today. I know it's been a while. Apologies. I am back in the UK now, so should be good with some new videos. Videos should be coming out. Live stream should be up and going. We'll get some stuff up for Wildcard next week. Right is glowing today. Yes, I am feeling good. A night in my own bed is lovely. Got my new Cyprus kit on as well today, which is oh, there it is, looking nice. Hello to everybody in the chat. Isaac, Paul, Abdullah, Bailey, Josiah, Dylan, Alex, teach me tips. What's up, mate? Neil. Is that me hanging on the wall? Oh, that is me hanging on the wall. Yeah, that's young me. Back when I was actually a menace to everything. Great to see us winning against Austria. Yeah, got an absolutely awesome win for Cyprus. Well, we actually ended up drawing the series 1-1 against Austria. But they are number 40 in the world, so it was a really good result for us. We absolutely hammered them in the first game as well, and just didn't quite put together, back up that performance in the second one. But really good for us. We are potentially looking to get in top 50 in the world by the end of May. So Cyprus at the moment, I believe we're 59 in the world, maybe 63 in the world. When I started almost 12 months ago now, we were 85 in the world, so we've gone up 22, maybe 25 places. Robert Light, what a man. I think I saw a comment from you as well. Where's the best vice captain at? We will possibly be getting onto that a little bit later. Potentially who my vice captain might be this week. Austria forfeits next might, or I'll have to get involved. All right, guys. I'm gonna kick off with some guys. It's your guys' teams. I have made a list. I'll just save my latest one. Pop you guys on the list. So first up, Isaac, are you here, my man? Are you in the chat still? Add yours in, Alex. If not, we'll crack on with Paul. Isaac, you're here. Yes, fantastic. All right. As you can see, I am back up in the top 10k, 8,000 in the world at the moment. So a good game week for me last week. Bruno Fernandes captaincy, a good pick. Malik Theo, as always, always scores big on my bench. So don't pick him this week because I've got him in the team. He won't score any points. Isaac, 856k. Are we on the road to the top 500k now? You've done Chalobah to Theo already. Need one more transfer for either Munoz or Rice out, I think. I wonder whether we can have a look at Plan FPL. I guess are you planning to? I'm assuming you're planning to wildcard then in 32. So it's just a 1 week punt is what we're looking at. Isaac 15 FPL seasons, yeah. Top rank I can see here. I don't know if you guys can't see, but top rank. You were 88k in the world last year. Must have been my great help. All right, so Shalabata already, no safe transfers. Bench of what? Munoz, Haaland, Rice, Gabriel. So you're going to have to do the one other transfer. All right, so I think, in my opinion, I think it depends really on the price that you bought these players at as well, a little bit. Like looking at this team, I do like maybe Haaland out to a João Pedro, to a Raul Jimenez, or as we've discussed on our members chat this week, to a Sesko. Yeah, 1 week punts this week, definitely worth it. Teach me tips. Lindsay, yeah. Always forget everybody's name now. I haven't been here for a while. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Rob. Is Lindsay in it? Yeah. What did I say? Got confused. Yeah, it depends on what the prices that you've picked up these players are. So just something to have a look at for you, and I'll show on screen. On here, you can look at what's called list view, and then you can actually see all your players. Actually, if we look in on the transfers tab, and then you look at list view, you can see all your players' current price, purchase price, selling price, and purchase price. So, for example, if you look at Erling Haaland, his current price 14.5. I bought him at 14.3, and I could sell him at 14.4. So if I got rid of him and brought him back next week, it would only be 0.1 that I'm losing. Therefore, not a problem to move him out. Other people, perhaps like a Semenyo, would be more of an issue for me to move out. I'd be moving him out at 7.9, bringing him back at 8.2. So if there's someone that you're going to want to bring back, just have a think about that selling price. You lose a bit of team value if you are moving them out and then wildcarding them back in. Kick off, my man, in time for us for a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway this week, yes, but we're not going to do it until the end of the stream. Or we might do one midway through. Who knows? Stick around for longer to find out. I might slide it in at any point in the stream. Oh, Amara, what's up, mate? Good to see you. So yeah, Isaac, do you have on your team, you're happy to lose Haaland, Rice or Munoz? Only one to keep is Gabby. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I think, look at like Gabriel here, you're losing like 0.5 million is a tough one. Okay, so back to your team. Those were the guys that you're okay to lose. So midstream would be good. Can't promise anything kick off, it'll be at some point. So if we look at we'll look at some stats across the guys. This is the last 4 game weeks. So stats for the mid-price forwards. These are their last 4 game weeks fixtures, and these are their next 4 game weeks fixtures. So as you can see, Tottenham, Richarlison looking quite good. Whether or not he's going to start this week, though, is going to be a bit of an issue. Really, here we just need to look at 1 week. We're just taking 1 week punts. So Richarlison, Raul Jimenez, Kolo Muani, Evan Nilsson. I think Raul Jimenez is one to look at. I know he's had a nice sort of last 4 fixtures: Sunderland, Tottenham, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. Can't ask for much better than that at this moment. 0.63 expected goal involvements, 2 goals, 16 points over the last 4. Not amazing for me. He is playing Burnley, however, this week, so potentially he is due for a little bit of a haul. If you're taking Haaland out, you don't need to worry about price, so you can look at some of these more offensive players as well. You've obviously got Ekatike and Thiago already in your side, but João Pedro, definitely someone to look at. Expected goal involvements over the last 4 game weeks of 1.24. I know that obviously includes he did get a hat-trick and 1 assist. Everton this game week. The only thing with Everton to think about is David Moyes has said that he does expect Tarkowski and Branthwaite to be in and around the squad this week. Whether that means that they start or whether they have a makeshift centre-back pairing, we're not sure. If Tarkowski and Branthwaite do come back, I do expect that Everton defence to be a little bit stronger. However, Chelsea, from an attacking perspective, have been absolutely beautiful so far this season. So I do think João Pedro is still a really nice pick. For a 1 week punt, Sesko at Manchester United is a really interesting one. Those Man United fans in the chat, Please let me know what you think about whether it's possible that Sesko starts this week. We've had a bit of a chat about it in our members chat. My personal opinions, I just think he probably comes off the bench again this week, and Bumo gets the nod. Is quite an interesting one though. Ekatike I think's really nice pick. You've obviously got him already. Thiago as well, the same. And then obviously you got Dominic Solanke, who's a little bit of a doubt. I don't expect him to start. Yes, there is a man that we haven't mentioned, Dominic Calvert-Lewin against Brentford. It actually is, from a statistics perspective, quite nice, but points over the last 4 game weeks, 6 points in the last 4 game weeks, is not what you want to be looking at if you're a DCL owner. One right here. Despite that, we do have to just quickly show one thing. It could be the vice captaincy this week may have its name on a specific Dominic Calvert-Lewin in my team. So yeah, definitely some things to consider in that forward line if you are to get rid of Haaland. I think looking at that, like, nobody's particularly standing out as a brilliant pick other than maybe a João Pedro versus Everton, who might have a weakened defence. In the midfield bracket, you've obviously got Bruno Fernandes standing out here. You're looking to move Rice. You've got Bruno, you've got Wilson, Anderson, and Garner in your side this week. So outside of those guys, who looks really nice? Obviously, Mo Salah is out this fixture this week, so not for me on him. You do have Cole Palmer. He does have relatively decent statistics, but again, 15 points over the last 4 weeks. Thinking about Sobo or Rodgers, well, an interesting one that you'll see now as we move on to the middle of the midfield is the top scoring midfielder over the last 4 weeks is actually McAllister at Liverpool. I expect him to start again this week for Liverpool. So one that I don't think anybody's going to be having in their team at the moment and could be a really nice 1 week punt is Maka at Liverpool. 32 points over the last 4 weeks. 2 goals, 1 assist. Started all 4 of the fixtures. Could be actually a really interesting punt at Liverpool if you are looking for someone. Other than that, Iwobi there at Fulham. I do expect him to start also this week against Burnley. Another one who I think is at probably one of the top ones on my list this week. If you already own a Harry Wilson in your side. Harry Wilson, of course, 23 points. Damsgaard there, potentially not fit for Brentford. Needs to run past a late fitness test, so wouldn't be one that I would look at bringing into the team. Obviously, Casemiro, again, scores a lot of goals for Manchester United in that side. Funnily enough, your dad is choosing between Maka and Sobo on his free hit. Wow. Maka is actually a really, really nice pick. I do like it quite a lot. Abdullah, chances of Walter Marder starting. That's an interesting one, actually. Let me just quickly, want to double check. I think that he played midweek, didn't he, against Barca? He came off the bench, I thought. No, he didn't come off the bench in that game against Barca. Yeah, look. I don't think he... I'm not sure he will, to be honest. I'm not sure he will. I'm not sure he starts. I think Anthony Gordon's actually been quite relatively decent. Looking at that... look at that expected goal involvement. He's 0.73, 2 goals, 0 assists for Newcastle. Playing against Sunderland. He did start up front against Barca midweek as well. So, yeah, some really interesting picks in there. I think the big differential pick is Maka. I don't think a lot of people are going to have him. I think Iwobi as well is quite nice in there. And Anthony Gordon, but I do think that's a little bit more of a mainline pick that people are looking at. Another one to have a look at is Dango at Brentford. Again, someone that I don't think is a nice 1 week punt, just because I think a lot of people have him in your team. Do you prefer Gordon to Palmer just for this week? No, I wouldn't be moving out Gordon this week. Definitely not for Palmer as well. And in that bottom section of the midfielders, if you have a look, old mate Stack at Leeds, 22 points over those 4 game weeks. A nice little option. Dewsbury Hall against Chelsea. And even Ampadu at Leeds. A few of these Leeds boys looking like they're picking up some points at these lower rankings. Tavernier down there on 13 points. Obviously only played 3 weeks. Man United, but his expected goal involvements per 90 do really stand out there. Sorry, do you prefer Gordon or Palmer, not transferring either in or out? Oh, okay. If I was to bring in one, I do agree that Palmer just does have that more explosive potential. So for a 1 week punt, it would be Palmer, despite the fact that I don't think he'll return. Altamada doesn't start as he scored for Newcastle in a reverse fixture. Oh, OG. Yeah, so I think that's what we're looking at in mids. I think mids, the standout like punty pick is Maka. I think Iwobi's nice as well as a punty pick. Casemiro, not a bad one either. Gibbs White actually in there as well at Nottingham Forest against Tottenham as well. I know people don't like my Nottingham Forest shouts, but he could be an interesting one. And then if you are looking to get rid of Munoz for someone, Senesi's been in brilliant form. Man United, a tricky fixture for him, but has been in good form. Malik Thior, I think, is a really nice pick. I know he's starting in my team this week, so I don't expect him to get a return because he never bloody does when I start him. But he does have the goal threat potential, and that for me is why I'd have him in my team. Like 1 goal, clean sheet against Sunderland team who don't score a lot of goals, and maybe some DEFCON. That's like a 17-pointer, so it could be a really interesting one. Outside of that, a couple of interesting ones for me are Frimpong at Liverpool, with Salah out as well. I expect Ngoma probably to get handed a start for Liverpool, but outside of that, potentially Frimpong could start on that right wing. So yeah, I think he's an interesting little punty one. Probably not one that I'd go for just because he might not get the start over Ngoma. And then yeah, outside of that, you've obviously got Virgil van Dijk that you could bring in. Not too many other options that I really like. There is that Calvin Bassey pick against Burnley. He could be an interesting one as well. Does like to get forwards as well. Calvin Bassey often has includes a little bit of additional stuff going forward. So, look, I think my picks, if I were to look at somebody here, if you're looking at a punt, I think your options are Malik Thior, just for that goal threat. I think he's probably the best on this list for a goal threat. I think Calvin Bassey as well is probably nice for a goal threat. And maybe Frimpong. But I'd probably go VVD over that, even though that's not so nice a punt. And then in the midfield, it would be a Maka or an Iwobi for me as the punty options. Gomez with XGI of 2.29. That's just due to minutes. So he's obviously played only 24 minutes, but he scored 2 goals for them. Pretty mental. Anderson in the midfield. Yeah, I just think yes, he's got 20 points over the last few games, but if you're looking for a big upside, that's not really a very punty pick. I think you can find some other guys with a bit of a larger upside if you're going down that route. So maybe I'll just make a note because I'm sort of live talking through a few of these ideas. But ultimately, we're looking at Maka, we're looking at Iwobi. Then at the back, we're looking at maybe even Casemiro in the midfield. I like a Casemiro option. And Gibbs White if you're feeling really punty. Then at the back, yeah, I think we're looking at like a Malik Thior, VVD, maybe Calvin Bassey. And then up top, DCL, JP, Raul Jimenez. I think those are probably my top three. Top 3 for sort of punty options across the board. So at the back, Theor, VVD, Bassi, with Frimpong as a optional extra. In the midfield, Maka, Iwobi, and Casemiro. And then up top, DCL, JP, and Raul. So that's where what I'd be looking at, Isaac, across those sort of across those options. I'm punting on Maka as Rob's dad is choosing to. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, Anderson defender at Fulham. Yeah, I don't think he's that punty. I think he's a good option, Anderson defender at Fulham. I think Calvin Bassey's the goal scoring option. That's why I would maybe go with a Bassey over an Anderson. Hey Cody, what's up, mate? Captaining Bruno or Wilson? I think it's a Bruno for me. Just been in such good form. Bournemouth concede some goals. I know they've been good over the last couple of weeks, but they do concede some goals. Although they've done 0-0, 1-1, 0-0, 0-0. So maybe I have to retract that comment. DCL gets a brace this weekend. He came to Leeds, get an England call up, and he got it. So are you telling me I should be captaining DCL, Rob? Is that what you're saying? Who says no to a George Cuenca captaincy this week? Okay, let me just flick into my some of the guys that have sent me some team IDs. Alex, I've got you in there. Omara. And then Rob. DCL for England. Unbelievable. £5 captain, the best tool striker in the league. No money for DCL captaincy. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. FPL Hippie, good afternoon, folks. I'm captaining Morgan Gibbs White is the last game of the game week. Very nice, mate. All right, Isaac. That's nice, mate. Let me just save this list, and then we'll crack on with next on the list. We have Paul. Paul, you're floating about, aren't you, mate? Yes. 29364. Oh. That's not your ID, Paul. 29364. 29634, is that you? Right, I think, did we get these the wrong way around? 29463. Oh. Sorry, mate. I don't know if that was you or me with the dyslexia. You said £100 last time to triple captain him. Yeah, I did say that. But I don't have a triple captain remaining, so luckily there's no money available to captain DCL. Oh dear. All right, Paul. Oh. Hit a bit of a plateau recently, mate, haven't we? Hey, Mr. Apple, this that. When England are going into pens against Croatia, and Bigford DCL doesn't have to take a penalty. The slander will not work. Yeah, that was a terrible penalty. I had him starting as well. Rob, if you can have a word with Daniel Farke for me this week, and just let him know that DCL, and have a word with DCL as well. Just be like, come on, mate, need a goal for me this week. All right, Paul. What are we saying? Have we made any transfers this week, mate? Because on the bench you got Munoz, Semenyo, Gabriel. It's a bit of a roll week probably for you. Cap. Oh, Cap. I almost thought you were a member for a minute there, and then I forgot you were a mod. How are you, Cap? Great to see you, mate. Sorry, it's been a little while. And apologies for the members stream last week. I thought the moderators could access it as well. Won't be in live, but we'll hop in 1 to 2 hours. Awesome, mate. It'll be great to have you. Good to see you back as well. Hope you went okay last week. I couldn't find you in the old in the league celebrating Eid. I'm not sure if you're being serious, but if so, happy Eid, mate. It's today, isn't it? Friday. Wait for me to tag you when he scores. Yeah, Eid Mubarak. Rob, yeah, no transfers. Looks like probably a roll week for you, eh, Rob? And guys, like a little bit of to discuss on the wildcard thing. Most of the teams around me, should we have a look at your mini league then, Rob? Which is the main mini league that you want to discuss? Because you're in quite a few. Top shotters, probably. That's what I'm guessing. That sounds like a very you league. And then we'll discuss a little bit on the wildcard. Paul, what's the league name for the league that you want to win? Because we can do a bit of mini league review and have a look at some of the academy, okay, and have a look at some of your close competitors and who we think are some nice differentials to have. Okay, so yeah, top doesn't have Wilson. Second place has Wilson. Third place doesn't have Wilson. Fifth has Wilson, and you're in fourth. Yeah, so actually Wilson's quite nice because they don't have Wilson, I would say. So yeah, I think he's nice as 1 week punt. I think Iwobi also you could go. I think Iwobi or Wilson are pretty nice picks there. The question is, how much are you going to lose out on team value, and who are you bringing him in for? Are you going to bring him in for Semenyo? And has Semenyo gone up in price quite a lot? So yeah, I'd say just take a little look, because I think if you're going to make the transfer and bring him in, you might as well bring him in for Semenyo and have some bench cover. Alex, me when I see Dominic Calvert-Lewin come through my academy and Footium, so I insta transfer list him. Did you sign up to Footium as a caretaker manager, or you actually bought a club? Who do you bench this week? Is that you're saying if you bring in Lominic Calvert-Lewin? Yeah, I think this week you can probably bench one of your Bournemouth defenders. Oh, sorry, you don't have Senesi and Hill, do you? You got some. Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, I would probably bench one of them against United because you got Bruno in there. So I'd probably bench Hill. Senesi's been in a good run of form. Because you got Bruno and Mbumo, so I think it's a tough one playing two Man United attackers against two Bournemouth defenders. I'd probably bench Hill. How much do you lose out of interest for Semenyo if you sub him out? Like, what was your purchase price, selling price, current price? In the interim for now, I'm going to see how I find it first. Yeah, I think that's the best option, Alex. I think if you win my friends league, they might upgrade you to a club. I'll ask someone if they can do that for you. 0.3 difference. Yeah, that's not too bad, Paul. I think that's all right. Oh no, to refinance house, but just won Division 8 in Footium. Yeah, Footium's a pretty fun game, guys. Definitely give it a look if you haven't. I'll chuck a link actually for you guys to just take a look at. see if I can grab that link quickly for you. You can sign up for free as a caretaker manager. I'll post it in the chat below. Bruno doesn't blank. That is completely true. Bruno does not blank. I hope he does want to gain rank. Do I captain Wilson if I bring him in? I think yes, for what you're looking at. I think all of the guys in your league are going to be captaining Bruno. So I would captain Wilson to go a bit differential. Like all three of the guys ahead of you, 30 points, 40 points, 45 points. Like or 43 points. They're all going to captain Bruno. So I think you captain Wilson, you go a bit differential. It's a good way to make up a bit of ground before you go into some chip season. Because they don't look like they've really used their chips either. The same as you. Yeah, guys, like for the wildcard and the chip strategy, like I really do. Wildcard 32, bench boost 33, free hit 34 just makes way more sense to me. The reason being is I just think that the bench boost in 33, you'll get more players. And the double game week in 36, which people are going to like wildcard 35 to free hit or to bench boost 36, doesn't really make sense because you're not going to have 15 doublers anyway. It's just going to be a normal bench boost. So if you're doing that, you just bench boost whenever you have a good bench. It's pointless to try and bench boost in 36. So if you were doing that strategy, my recommendation is you should have wildcarded ages ago. Like, it doesn't really make sense why you have kept hold of your wildcard now. Like, your free hit in 33 is probably going to be the same as anybody's team that are wildcarding in 32, but theirs is going to be better because they're bench boosting. And then when you are wildcarding in 32, you're going to wait until the results of this, and maybe I'll show it on screen to make it a bit more clear. Let me just show you this. This is the fixtures planner. So when you are like wildcarding here, this is going to be after the results of the FA Cup fortnight final and the semi-final draw. So you're going to be able to predict here who you think is going to win in that FA Cup semi-final, and then also be blanking in 37, which will mean they'll be doubling in 36. So your game week 32 wildcard team should be skewed. This is why I've said to people there's no point looking at the wildcard yet. Like, realistically, like, you can have an idea of some players, but there's no point looking because you want to be picking the teams that you actually think are going to win the FA Cup semi-final, and the draw's not out for that until after this in 31. Because then you're going to have them also doubling in 36. So if you pick if I didn't explain that very well because I was just jabbering, the teams that win the FA Cup semi-final are obviously going to be in the final and are going to blank in 37 and double in 36. So you want to pick on a wild card in 32 the players from the teams that you think are going to win the semi-final. And if you need to, then you can hedge your bets. But realistically, you want to be having those teams. You want to have 3 players from the 4 teams that you think are going to win. You probably want to have all 3 players for that. That means that you're then going to have at least likely 11 doublers in 36. You'll obviously have the ability to use a few transfers to potentially get in some players from the teams that they're playing against. And that's why I said try to maybe save your free transfers so that you wildcard in 32, you're going to free hit in 30. Sorry, you're going to bench boost in 33. Definitely roll the transfer if you can. Free hit in 34. means you're going to have 2 frees in 35. You need to try and roll that free transfer. So then you have 3 free transfers in 36, and potentially you're going to bring in players from the opposition of the teams that make the FA Cup final. So say Arsenal make the FA Cup final. All right, you might not want to bring in Burnley ones. Say Manchester City make the FA Cup final. Maybe you're going to want to bring in some Bournemouth players that are suddenly going to double in that week, and they're going to have Fulham and Manchester City. Maybe you get Tavernier in for a double with Fulham and Manchester City. Or say Leeds make the final. You might want some Brighton players that play Wolves and Leeds. So those are the sort of things that you need to think about. Alex, my membership runs out in 6 days. Do I get kicked off the WhatsApp? Realistically, mate, no. I appreciate what you've contributed and supported me. So if you are a member, you can stay on the WhatsApp through this season. But yeah, obviously, if you renew the membership, that is much appreciated. But I won't be kicking you off the WhatsApp. You've been really great to have, and I've appreciated your support. So yeah, that's my sort of thoughts around that wildcarding. I'm still 100% wildcarding in game week 32. But what I'm saying is that you need to select your wildcard players based off who you think is going to win that FA Cup semi-final in 34. And this is why I said try to get to game week 31 with 2 free transfers. Try to go to game week 32 with 2 free transfers if you can. At the moment, for my team, I've got a couple. I got 2 frees this week. I'm going to use 1, so I'm going to have 2 free transfers next week, which is where I wanted to be. So that's sort of my thought process from you guys. Adam, I have to bench a mid or forward. Can't bench Hill. Why can't you bench Hill? I'd bench one of the Man United guys then, because you got Bruno and Mbumo against Senesi and Hill. Can't you bench Senesi? Oh, sorry, you don't have enough defenders. Yeah, you don't have enough defenders. Then I'm not sure it's worth the transfer, mate, for Wilson. I'm not sure it's worth the transfer. I'd potentially consider transferring Munoz for like a Malik Thior instead. Paul. I think you can renew at the moment. Alex, at the bottom, it should give you an option of doing that. I would have 2 frees left, which I want to. Probs for Tavernier if I do. Got to back my team. Okay, you're going for United. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it. Yeah, Paul, would you consider moving Munoz for Malik Thior instead of bringing in Wilson? Pre-warning Sunderland will win this weekend. That could happen, yeah. The Newcastle did struggle against them, actually. And they're going to be on a bit of a come down after losing in the Champions League. Not keen to make a defensive transfer. Don't transfer that. Don't trust those defences. Or then have you just considered just rolling that team through? Or is it because you want to captain Harry Wilson, you want to bring him in? Roll and captain Bruno. Adam, have you tried the PL new game last man standing? Yeah, I did, and I believe I picked... Who did I pick this week? I didn't pick Fulham like everybody else. I think I might have picked Leeds. You shouldn't say that out loud, Rob's here. I think I picked Leeds to win. Yeah, I can't remember who I picked this week. Can't remember who I picked. But I did do something. Oh no, Rob heard me. Oh dear. Adam, have you considered any World Cup fantasy content? Perhaps a mini league? I reckon it'll be huge since North America is heavily into fantasy games. Could be a lot of fun. Yeah, is there a good one? Is there a good World Cup fantasy? If so, I might do it. Yeah, I think it would be good fun if you guys want to do it as well. In fact, that's a great idea. I'm going to write that down. Because the World Cup fantasy, I'll also be in the UK doing nothing. Because it's going to be June, July, isn't it? Yeah, let me know, Edwin. Flick me a message once it comes out, and I'll do it. I do want to captain him. Yeah, then Paul, I think then you make the transfer. If you want to captain Harry Wilson, I think you make the transfer. So make the transfer and leave out. Tav. It's got to be Tav. I'd leave out Wirtz. Nah, I think leave out Tav. You can back United, but it's tough. You're backing United with Hill and Senesi. That is tough making that transfer. Making that transfer to bench Tavernier feels wrong. Maybe it feels like you just roll in Captain Bruno and this week's not the week to try and make up ground and take a punt for you. Might bench Wirtz, they can get Defcon both of those defenders. No, I don't mind you benching Tav, but I'm just not sure about this pick. Look, I think I've always said if you want a specific captain, you should transfer them in. It's always worth it for captaincy. So I think you bring him in and then you bench Tav like you thought. I think stick with your gut. It's often right. FIFA introduces World Cup fantasy. All right, well, we'll do some World Cup fantasy content then. Let's do it. We'll do a mini league. I'll put out some stuff about it. Hopefully they'll have a mini league. Yeah, June, July. I'm not June, July and doing nothing sounds bliss. Well, yeah. Well, my World Cup finishes in May. The World Cup qualifiers finish at the end of May, so then I've got a couple of months to relax, and then Mrs. comes over and we do some travelling. Hopefully, I mean, if work's watching this, no, I'm still playing cricket. All right, no worries, Paul. How's today's queue looking, mate? It's on screen, mate. It's on screen. Did you put your team ID in? Teach me tips. If you did, I missed it. And please let me know if I've missed any of your team IDs. Stream down. Stream's still here. What happened? Oh, did it cut out? Oh, cool. All right. Abdullah, your team. Abdullah, then Josiah, my guy. I know you got in early into the chat. Are you actually still here? Oh, Amara, yeah, I've got your team ID on there, mate. It's at the top. Josiah, my guy. Thanks for sticking around with me. Oh, Cody's, I missed 11122. So I'm just adding the team IDs in. 1393004. 6:30, isn't it? The deadline. So I've got 2 hours. So I've got time to get through everybody. Abdullah, what are we saying? Two free transfers, 2.5 mil in the bank. Wilson captain. I think I'm doing Semenyo to Gordon Target. Are they the right moves? So your issues are Guiu, Haaland, Semenyo, Gabriel. Okay, so you definitely got to make one. And I think given Tarkovsky could be out, it's definitely worth making 2. Because you want to have 11 playing players for sure. I'd actually recommend anyone that doesn't have 11 playing players, if you got 10 and you don't have any transfers, take a hit for -4. Because realistically, it's only a -2. 2 appearance points is what I mean by that. Nice green arrow, Abdullah, mate. A couple of greens. That's what we like to see. Get inside that top 100k. Just don't have interest. How far are we off the top 100? Oh, you're only 21 points off 100k. Top 50, we're at 40 points off at the moment, Abdullah. So I just need some good chip usages. You do have a bit of a different team as well, so it's still, you've got some options. So I think your transfers, you want to be looking. So, like I said, are you going to lose a lot of team value from Semenyo out, Haaland out, Guiu, etc.? From Semenyo out, are you going to lose team value? They got transfer suggestions on here. That's interesting. Wilson captain, yeah. Yeah, I think Wilson captain's a nice differential. James Justin for England. TMT reminding me of Floyd Mayweather's money team. Yeah, that is actually why I put TMT, because I think of that as well. Well, I'm happy to just put Lindsay if you want. Yeah, I like Semenyo to Gordon, Tarko to Theo. I think those would be probably the moves I'd make. I think Gordon's the one that I'd have a think about. Like, Sunderland defensively generally pretty good. Newcastle offensively generally not very good. I know Sunderland are away from home. Newcastle at St James's Park, which does probably make things completely different to what I said. I'd also consider like a Maka at Liverpool. I'd consider Casemiro, United. If you're going for that 1 week punt, is Gordon the one you want to go for in the 1 week punt? I think he's a good pick. Don't get me wrong. I think Palmer. Yeah, I think all of these are nice options. I think given you don't have any other Chelsea players, Palmer could be actually quite a good 1 week punt for you. I feel like he's better than Gordon. Gordon kind of trolls a little bit in the league. I know Gordon's been decent over the last few weeks. I know we pulled up earlier the last four mids. You got Gordon in here. 22 points over the last 4 game weeks, 2 goals. I'm not sure how many of them were pens though. Sheriff El Hakim, hello mate. Having only free hit left, play free hit or play with 9 players. If so, who should be transferred out? If you've only got the free hit left and you've got 9 players, I would just take a -8 and play with 11. Don't free hit. Use your free hit in 33 for the double. Would be my advice, Sheriff El Hakim. I think it will benefit you way more to use the free hit in double game week 33 and have 11 double game week players, rather than use it now just to add 2 players to your team. Instead, you'll get 22 matches in game week 33 rather than what you have at the moment. Unless your team's already built towards 11 doublers in 33, then I would use the free hit in 34, because that's when your problem's going to be. So I definitely would not use the free hit this game week. That's my advice to everybody this week. I think that's universal blanket advice for me, because it will always be more useful either in 33 or in 34 or 36. But definitely I would rather use hits this week to get to 11 playing players, and use the free hit elsewhere. So Semenyo to Palmer and Tarko to Theo, or Giu to someone else. Yeah, Semenyo to Palmer, like Tarko to Theo. Let me just double check this. Your backline's going to be Virgil, Senesi, Anderson. Okay, so you do have enough. Can you... you wouldn't be able to go Giu to JP, would you? Oh, you could go Haaland to JP. So Semenyo to Palmer, Haaland to JP, or too wild. You can definitely do Haaland to JP. Who's on pens for Bournemouth? Tavernier. Tavernier, Paul. Sorry. So I know you don't want to hear that. But then I will lose value on Haaland. Yeah, what's the purchase price, current price and selling price on Haaland that you have? So if you look on here on transfers, look on your list view, scroll down to Haaland and check it out, you'll see what you're losing. Because if it's like 0.1 like me, like I'm probably going to move him. I think I'll move him for JP this week. I bought him in game week 1. Yeah, what was he in game week 1? I don't know, 13 mil. I thought I had Haaland quite early. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I got him maybe game week 6. What is going on in the chat? What is going on? He was 14 at the start of the season. So 14 to 14.5. You lose 0.2, 0.3 million. That's not too bad. You'd lose 0.3. What is happening in the chat? What's this bet? What's the bet? £10 he scores twice in the next 5 game weeks at least. Is this DCL? I would bet. I'd happily bet on Leeds to not get relegated. I'm not sure I'd bet on Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score 3 in the next 5, having seen that last penalty. But Rob's assured me he's had a chat to Farke this week, so he's going to grab a goal for me. Wilson's best return this season is reverse fixture versus 1 goal. Yeah, I think Wilson's a fantastic pick this game week for sure. My decision making is between João Pedro for Haaland or Wilson in for Semenyo. Adam, you know who you are talking to. Wait, what did I say? I said I thought Leeds would avoid relegation, but I don't think DCL is scoring 3 and 5. But he'll get 1 in 1 this week, because you told me you've spoken to Farke. It's time. YouTube channel and cover Leeds United last cases and why TED Talk. Can you actually do that? That'd be so funny. Have me on as a special guest. Jan, hey mate. I need 2 defenders, Romero and Frimpong, 2 rogue. Don't trust Newcastle clean sheet. Anderson feels boring. I think Frimpong's okay. I just think Ngoma gets the start over him at right wing. I think they might start Rio. I don't really like Romero just because Tottenham shambles. I would probably go Thior because of the goal threat, not so much because of the Newcastle clean sheet. Otherwise, maybe like Calvin Bassey at Fulham, which is a bit of an interesting one, over an Anderson that feels a bit more boring. Oh my god, I am seeing this the chat. So Abdullah, back onto you, mate. While the chat's booting off. Yeah, I think you got to decide whether you want to go Haaland to JP and Semenyo to Palmer and lose the mine at the 0.3. I think you have the team value for it to not be a problem. But alternatively, yeah, you could go like Semenyo to McAllister and Gw to JP. I don't mind that either. I think one of those 2 options feels right to me. And I'd probably just leave Tarko and just hope he plays almost. And I'd maybe bench someone else. Because Tarko will get you DEFCON. He got 15-pointer last week. I'd potentially bench Senesi over him. I know Bournemouth have been on a good run defensively, though. That is a tough one. Maybe you just bench Tarko. I think Semenyo to Palmer and Tarko Thior is what I'm thinking. I don't trust Tarko minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure he starts. But he's not going to come off the bench if he doesn't start, basically, is my thoughts on Tark. So you could always leave him on your bench, or you could just play him. Oh my god! Don't put DCL getting injured into the world. We don't do cash outs. You do you do substitute players? So whoever starts up front for Leeds. Okay, Abdullah. I think you got to go with your gut, mate. Always go with your gut is my view. You're never upset if you've gone. You'll be upset, but I think you've always got to trust your gut over a random guy on the internet, unless I have a clearly definitive view that you're definitely wrong, which I don't. I just think I'd probably go Haaland, JP, Semenyo, Palmer, or maybe Semenyo, Maka. And then I'd probably go Semenyo, Maka, Gw, JP, and then you don't lose the money. But yeah, I think Palmer and Thior are fine. No worries, Abdullah. Okay, cool. Next up on the list, who we got? Josiah. 313494. Oh no, red arrow. Oh, that's alright, but we had some big greens. So this is almost highest result. It's just because I was unavailable last week, eh? Red arrow. If I -8 hit, we'll play Wilson and Gordon. Please help me to select 2 transferred out for Sar Rice or Semenyo. Whatever you lose the least money from, Sheriff El Hakim. So, like I said, look at your purchase price and selling price in the list view in transfers. If you don't know what I was saying, this is what it is. So, fuck's sake. If you go into transfers at the top And instead of looking at the pitch view of your players, at the top right here, you've got list view. Check the difference and just take out the guys that you lose the least money from, I would say. Oh, actually, no, that's not relevant for you because you don't have a wild card. Apologies. So I'd keep Semenyo for sure. And I'd probably keep Rice as well because I think Arsenal will potentially double in 33. And so will City. Well, I mean, so will Palace as well. But I'd probably keep Rice and Semenyo. And I'd get rid of Sarr. Who's going to be on your bench, Sheriff Al Hakim? I would try and keep Semenyo and Rice. Josiah got rid of Haaland last week for Ekitike and Thiago. Then Ekitike gets bench. How, as I meant to predict that? Yeah, that was a joke. Arnie Slot has lost the plot, mate. I've just had enough of him. Ryan Judson, would you rather have fingers instead of toes or toes instead of fingers? Fingers instead of toes would be great, mate. I'd be so much more like balanced. I'd be able to move crazy. The 100%. Fingers instead of toes. Like, I actually would like fingers instead of toes. Like, what, like... Can you sort yourself out, Judders, mate. Like, what is going on? What is going on? How is that a question, mate? That's an obvious, clear and obvious answer. Clearly fingers instead of toes. Thank you for your question. Free hit this week or game week 34. Jack Rehill, 100% 34 Jack. Use free transfers to make up an 11 this week. Take a hit if you need to, but definitely free hit in 34. Especially if you wildcard 32, bench boost 33, which I'd recommend. If you've already used your wildcard and your bench boost, then I would free hit in 33 in the double instead. So what do I do? Lose my toes or they just swap? They swap. No. You know, your toes become fingers. You have double fingers, yeah. All right, Josiah. So 2 frees, mate. So you bent your... Shalaba's gone as well now. Yeah, so you probably have to use both frees here. Because you got Gabriel, Chalobah, Timber, Tarko. All issues. All issues. So you've only got Rodon at the back. So you're going to have to use both transfers on defenders. So Chalobah and Timber out. I'd definitely keep Gabriel because you lose way too much money from him. I think, as we were talking about, I think Malik Thiaw is nice. And then I'd probably go for a Calvin Bassey or a VVD. Maybe Calvin Bassey, bit of a differential. Quite like it. If you want to go safe, you can go Anderson, Fulham. Safe-ish. Yeah. I think that's where I'd go. Josiah. I don't think, like, for you it's clear cut. You have to get 3 defenders playing, so I'd just get rid of Chalobah and Timber, and go Thiaw and Calvin Bassey or VVD. But I like Calvin Bassey as a bit of a punt for Fulham. Neil's quick question: who best to replace Salah with, especially if you're chasing? I'd go Palmer. Neil's. I just like that explosiveness. You've got the chance if he always explodes, and then your wild card in 32. I think you are as well. Thiaw and Bassey or VVD for Timber and Chalobah. Okay, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. No worries, Josiah. And then I think captaincy, you got a choice between Bruno and Wilson. Tough choice, but a choice. Why would I not have thumbs on my toes? Yeah, or you'd still have a thumb. No? Or you just have a big toe and then fingers. Bruno. Yeah, I think Bruno's probably best pick. Especially at your rank. Get inside the top 1 mil. How far off are you? You're 21 points off top 1 mil, so you definitely got a good chance of hitting that top 1 mil this year. Last year, 300k, wow. Back to... I think the stream did briefly cut out there. I don't know if anyone noticed. Would I captain Palmer? I think there are other options you can captain, Niels. But as a 1 week punt, you definitely could captain Palmer. You definitely could. Sorry. Shame you don't get 10 quid for that. Robbie Wilson. Okay. Yeah, just I think we're good with your team, yeah? Niels, who else have you got in your team that you'd potentially captain? All right, Alex. It's you, mate. Stop talking about how you love Leeds and you have to look at your team. Best differential captains. I want to go Bruno's. Who'd be best and most captain? Yeah, I think Wilson. I think Ekatike. I think Palmer is a huge differential. I also think someone like a Dan Ballard at Sunderland would be massive. Keep Newcastle at bay. Score a goal. Iwobi at Fulham as well. If you don't want to go Wilson, you can go Iwobi. All right, Alex. Orange Apple, as you're otherwise known as. Second time inside the top 1 mil this year. Very nice. Very nice. Great game week last week. Haaland, Semenyo, Gabriel on the bench. Miley, you got 2 frees. Yeah, this was like the Miley heaven. We wanted to get rid of Miley in heaven. Is that right? What's your 2 free transfers, wildcard next week, so basically 2 free hits, thinking Raul and Palmer, but open to other options. Okay, are you going to lose any team value from removing a Semenyo or a Haaland? Because if you're not losing team value for Semenyo, then that's the easy one to take out. I think you'll definitely lose team value from Gabriel, and there's no point removing him anyway because you got like Miley in heaven. Miley's a mid in here, isn't he? Yeah. You got 1.3 mil in the bank as well, so you can always go heaven to someone random. So I think if you're going punty, I think Semenyo to Maka is quite nice. Selling price is 7.9 on Semenyo, and he's now 8.2. So you lose 0.3. And for Haaland, 14.3. Oh, so Haaland's nice, but you definitely get rid of Haaland then. You only lose 0.2. So I think you just take Haaland out and then you move Miley instead. You don't move Semenyo because you're going to have so much money from moving Haaland that then you won't lose the money on Semenyo. I think you want to wildcard Semenyo in 32, so don't remove him as well. So you only lose 0.2 on Haaland, whereas you lose 0.3 on Semenyo. So that's a good trick for you. Just move Haaland out, keep Semenyo, and move Miley. So I think Haaland out. Obviously, I think I'd suggest Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front for him. Please don't leave the stream because of that. Thanks. No, I think like we discussed up top, Raoul's a good little punt. Sesko's a bit of a underplayed punt. I think JP is good for you, and then yes, that man DCL. But I think with you, I'd probably go JP. Like in this team, I think like a bit of coverage of Chelsea would be quite nice. They have been a good attacking force this season. Shameless. No, honestly, DCL is on the list. But I would be going JP, potentially Raoul, for shame. And then Miley in the midfield. You then have, I mean, you probably have like 6 mil to upgrade him. You can go anywhere you want. I quite like the Macca pick. I don't mind Iwobi Casemiro if you're punting. Drop £10 for anyone to bring in DCL. Does it count if I already have in DCL? It's kind of between Palmer, Gordon, Morgan Gibbs White, or Rodgers for me personally. Okay. So you're not like you don't want to go too like crazy on a punt. You just want to go for some. I mean, if it's that, then like if you go Palmer, then I think you probably go Raul Jimenez. But you got Harry Wilson. No, I mean you can go Palmer and JP. Gordon, I don't mind. Morgan Gibbs White, I quite like. And then Rodgers for West Ham. Yeah, Rodgers, I don't know, man. I just find it hard to... What's ICL? Would you captain Raul if you me? I'd never captain a forward. I'd definitely captain Wilson over Raul. Oh, I can't lie. Macca's the top scoring midfielder in the last 4 game weeks. That's what we were just showing. Top scoring midfielder. Other than Bruno Fernandes, who's on 33 points. And a nice fixture against Brighton as well. Nah, I don't like Raul Jimenez. I just don't like captaining forwards, mate. Just think the extra point that you lose, plus you don't get the clean sheet point either. Yeah, that's fine. Like if you don't go Macca, that's all right. I think out of the guys that you mentioned, it would be between Palmer and Morgan Gibbs White. And I quite like Gibbs White as a little bit of a punt. So I'd probably end up with Morgs. Not long to you, Cat, mate. Time for a quiet midstream giveaway. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give away memberships. Because we haven't done that for a while. Midstream membership giveaway. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Could it be time for Capsy? No, he still hasn't won. Kickoff and Cap should start their own like side group of like never win a giveaway, never win membership. Congratulations, Robbie O'Dowd, Jason G1713, Steel Dre 3K, Magic Waddle FC, Michael Blackburn 3647. You've all become members of the channel. If you want to flick me through a DM on Insta or Twitter, my Insta and Twitter should be coming up across the bottom of the screen. You'll see. send me your WhatsApp, and you can be added to our WhatsApp group, and also you can be added to the Google Drive to see, the stuff that I've been sharing, the next 4 game weeks for all the players, for defenders, midfielders, forwards. We also have fixture schedules on here for the rest of the season, predicted blanks and doubles, fixture difficulties. Then we've got full season stats split by price points for forwards, for midfielders, and for defenders. We've got DEFCON in there, baseline bonus, some stats that I've created myself. So a lot of really good stuff that you can get from, I think it's about 50 cents a week for joining up to my membership. So pretty easy. But yeah, for those of you that have just won the membership, congrats. And flick me a DM and with your WhatsApp and Gmail if you want to get all that stuff now for free. Give a kick off one day. I'll win a giveaway and reveal myself. I hope so, mate. I hope so. Arpoxa UGM, which forward would you buy except for Ekatike, Igor, Thiago and Haaland? Probably JP. We've discussed today, I think JP, Raul and DCL are the 3. JP over Raul for me, Alex. VAR red card. Capsy might be excluded since he's now a mod. No, he's not. He's not excluded. Don't give him things like that. All right, Alex. Hopefully that's your team. Is that okay? We'll move on to Rob. I know you probably don't want him to get a go today, but if you're comfortable with that, I'll keep cracking on. Rob doesn't need one. Go to Cap, not Rob. JP overall, yeah, I think so, mate. I think I would. Given that you've got Wilson already, you get a bit of coverage of that Chelsea game. So you cover both the games. Chat's on fire today. Someone block the mod. He's lost it. All right, Rob. 2 free transfers. O'Reilly, Haaland, Gabriel. I mean, with your team, are you making a transfer this week? Cap, you're next up. Sorry, my video died. Edvin, you sent your ID, did you? Sorry, mate. There has been madness in the chat. Can you just flick it one more time, mate? You know me. I always like to ignore your ID, eh? Every bloody week, mate. I'm sorry. The chat's been just losing it. So sorry, Edwin. Cap, I just got to do Rob first, mate, and then we'll do you. I Unless Rob wants to defer to you first. But yeah, Rob, what are you thinking this week, mate? Are you going to make a transfer? Or because I think you got Bruno Anambumo versus Hill and Senesi. Like, you got a lot of guys in that Bournemouth Man United match. So your back line is Hill, Senesi, Anderson, with Gabriel and O'Reilly on the bench. Midfield, just a mere non-member peasant. Sorry, mate. Oh, you said to do cap first? All right, let me do cap then. A man of morals. Capsy, how we looking, mate? Okay. Still hovering. How do I get you up into that top 5 mil? I've got to get you up into that top 5 mil, mate. Okay. Cap 1-3. You took a -4 last week. Of course you took a -4 when I'm not around. It worked out. Bruno Fernandes. Worked out very well. Alright, so your bench this week is Gabriel, Nunes and Rice. So you got Virgil, Senesi, Dior. Nice. Bumo, Bruno, Ryan, Anderson, João Pedro. Yeah, mate, you're a roll. You're a flat roll this week, Cat. Your team's perfect. I like it a lot. I don't think you need to make a transfer. I think, like as we discussed, getting to that sort of game week 36 for the second double with 2 or 3 frees is going to be really good. So next week is going to be a wildcard week. I'm going to get some videos out in midweek with some wildcard teams. I think I will wait till post FA Cup results and draw for the next round because I think that's most important. But maybe I'll do an early draft, just who I think's going to get through at the moment. Let's say who I think the final 2 teams are going to be. I probably think Arsenal will be Man City again. Why do you want JP over Raul this week? I just think you've got Wilson and you don't have any Chelsea players, and that gives you coverage from both games. And I think JP's looked really good. Chelsea score a lot more goals than Fulham. Yeah, I mean, those all contribute. Like, I just think more likelihood. I know the only thing that Fulham have going for them is they're playing Burnley. And there is a chance that Everton are missing Tarkowski and Branthwaite. Not 100% sure they're in. Cap, are you still here, mate? Cap C. I think you're a roll, bro. I think you're a roll, Captain Bruno. All right, Rob, back to you, mate. Just saw the team name. But if I went JP Shaw, then do Morgan Gibbs White instead of Palmer. Yeah, I like that. Rob, 2 frees. You just got a lot of players from that Man United Bournemouth game. I think that's my issue with your team. but you have O'Reilly, Haaland, Gabriel. I don't want to make a transfer to your team, but I just feel like there's something that can be done. I just don't know what it is. Haaland to DCL. Haaland to DCL, 1 week punt. Yeah, Haaland to DCL, there you go. Great minds think alike. No, I think I'd roll, mate. Like, I don't know, just doesn't feel right to make a move that isn't like Mbumo out. Maybe is probably the only one I can think of. Like Mbumo to Maka, or no, your dad's gonna go Maka. Maybe Mbumo to like Gordon, Casemiro. No, not Casemiro. Too many players from that game. Mbumo to Maka to Gordon to who was my third option in midfield? Even to Palmer. Iwobi. Start Perry if you had any backbone. Yeah, I think that's possibly the only one I'm seeing is you move Mbumo out. I think you can do that. I just don't know if you like that as an option. Yeah, I think you could go Mbumo to Palmer, 1 week punt. Get a bit of Chelsea coverage as well. You got to feel comfortable with that, because for me that's like something doesn't feel right about your team. Like, it just feels like you got 5 players from one game and like 3 are attackers and 2 are defenders. Like, that doesn't feel quite right. And you got 2 attackers v 2 defenders. Yeah, and that's why I said Mbumo, because there's a small chance that he does get benched and Sesko starts. You're thinking Ryan out? I don't think you should go Ryan out, because you basically got Hill and Senesi at the back versus Bruno and Mbumo. So, like, if you think Man United are going to absolutely demolish Bournemouth, then you get rid of one of Hill or Senesi. If you think that they might not, Bournemouth have been really good defensively lately, 3-0 nils and 1-1-1, then maybe you just get rid of Mbumo and you go for someone who's got the upside. And I think you feel more optimistic about midfielders because you just think they've got a higher upside, and probably the defenders you think, like a Malik Thior, yeah, he's got a chance of pulling in like maybe 1 or 2 17-pointers in the season, whereas midfielders you think, yeah, they can probably get like 12, 13 points maybe 3-4 times in the season if they have a good game. Nils, Jesus, mate. So tough. So, yeah, I think if you feel like something's wrong with your team, then Mbumo to Palmer. If you don't have a problem with it, you don't have that feeling, roll transfer. You wanted Hall for O'Reilly? I don't think you need to do that. If you are doing that, then you can do the Ryan instead of Mbumo move. But then you'd be using both your frees. But I think having 1 or 2 frees is going to be good. You're going to get an extra game out of having an extra free. Think of it like that. Like, having an extra free transfer in 36 is going to mean you're going to get 1 extra doubler into your side. So you're going to get 1 extra game. For every additional free transfer you save for game week 36, you're going to get 1 extra double game week player in your side. I think if you have 3, that will be good enough. 2 or 3. 2 or 3 frees. So how many transfers are you planning to make between here and 36? If you can roll in if you can roll in 30... 33 with a bench boost. You get the extra free for bench boost, yeah. So you roll in 33 with your bench boost, hopefully. Yeah, you roll in 35 for sure. So, like, yeah, minimum you'll have 2 frees. If you can save 1 extra free, really, I think that's all you need. So you can definitely make 1 transfer. If you think you can also roll in 33 and you won't have any issues, then you can spend both your free transfers now. So I don't mind if you want to go. I don't think Hall's the right option. Like, I'd probably go Malik Thior because of the goal threat if you're going to go O'Reilly out. If you do that, you can go Malik Thior for O'Reilly, bench one of Hill or Senesi, and then you can move Ryan out if you want to do it that way. Then you can move Ryan out for Palmer if you have that money. I don't know if you do. Ryan's pretty... I don't think you got the money to do that, to be honest. Yeah, no, you don't. You could only do it in Boomer. Yeah, I think you used to do in Boomer to Palmer and roll, mate. But you got to feel that type of way about the Man United Bournemouth game. If you think Man United are going to bang them, don't make the transfer. Go Thior for O'Reilly and bench Hill. And don't move any United players. Because I think that one's I just have a feeling, but I couldn't tell you that that's like... Yeah, that's just my feeling. I just look at the team and I think I've got a feeling, and I'm looking to punt on the higher upside, and I think the higher upside is Palmer. But yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, Sheriff El Hakim. I would move Munoz. And I would bring in, like, Malik Thior. Actually, wait, for you, it's a bit different. You need to look at good fixtures over the next period. Give me a second. Maybe bring in Virgil van Dijk for Munoz. I think that's what I'd do, Sheriff El Hakim. Virgil van Dijk for Munoz. Because he'd probably get you 4 points as well, so net nil, plus you get the extra player. How much money in the bank do you have, Sheriff? Edvin, Rob, mate, I just went through 10 predicted lineups online and Boomer, so that's 9 out of 10 teams. Take that as you wish. Most have either Sesko or Ahmad on the bench. Sesko is bench and Mbumo starts up top. I think that's most likely team for Man United, that Mbumo starts and Sesko's on bench. It's just, I think you've got to think that United don't batter Bournemouth. If you think that, then you remove Mbumo. Rob, I think you could easily go Thior for Hill and roll. Or you could easily just roll. It's much less exciting. So you just got to think about whether you're looking for a gamble and some excitement. I think you probably are, which leads me to think that... Actually, do you know what, Rob? This is what we need to do. Let me look at your dad's team. And then I'll tell you what you need to do. He's got Mbumo. Get rid of Mbumo. Bring in Palmer. Easy. Definitely do that. And then roll. It's what it's all about as being your dad. You want to have some differential players. Oh, he's free hitting this week though, isn't he? I forgot. What's his free hit team? You sent it in the chat. I don't know which one's your dad's. Oh, he doesn't have Mbeumo on the free hit. He's got Senesi. He's got Theor as well. Yeah, I think it's Mbeumo to Palmer. So he's got Theor anyway. I think it's Mbeumo to Palmer. I think that's your move, Rob. So some Thiago captain guys racing Haaland for golden boot. Don't hate it. Don't really like forwards as captains. Don't hate it though. Rob wants you to know he's losing connection, so you listen back to his. Okay, yeah, that's what I think, Rob. I think Mbeumo out, Palmer in. You go for the differential against your dad, or you just roll. One of the two. I don't think you make a defender transfer because he's got Theor in his free hit team. I just look back at what you sent me for his free hit team. So you either just roll or you make that transfer. Okay. Who's next? Cap's done. Oh, Cap's done. Cody. Cody, you here, mate? Cody, and then we get to the non-members. Thank you for Cap, mate. Your team. I said role transfer, captain Bruno. No other changes. I did do you. You just weren't here before. Paul and Mbeumo made 14 runs. Bruno didn't play because Bruno and Mbeumo are more effective when close to each other. Cunha could score. Interesting what you say, Paul. Cameron rolling and Palmer captain, taking a bit of a risk. Hope you're well, mate. Good luck, mate. I like the differential captaincy pick. So are you saying, Paul, that you'd keep Mbeumo in, or you're saying that Bruno needs to get a bit closer to him? And Man United weren't playing him high enough. Is that what you're saying? Cody, let me pull your team up while we're doing this. 1112279. Have we still got Dylan, O'Amara, TMT, Best Escape, Edwin? You guys all still here? I've done Rice, Chalobah, Gay to Gordon to your Anderson. 4 threes. Rice, Chalobah, Gay. Okay, so you still got Gabriel, still got Haaland, still got Guiu. Fine. I don't think you need to make another transfer then. How much in the bank have you got, Cody? Gordon to your Anderson before price changes. Senesi, Virgil, Anderson, Wirtz, Bruno, Anderson, Gordon, Thiago. Wait, what? Thiago, Anderson, Senesi, Virgil, Wirtz, Bruno, Anderson, Gordon, Wilson, Thiago. Okay, so you're playing 4-5-1. 1.5 in the bank. Okay, nice one, guys. I'm coming to you guys soon, so just hang around if you don't mind. Best escapes and deal. I'll come to you shortly. Still an hour, 15 minutes to deadline. So I'll try and get it done before the last half hour. In the next 45, I'll get through everybody, and then I'll do my team. So I haven't done my transfers yet. Cameron, I personally don't think Mbeumo is good for Sesko. Ahmad much better. He's more of a team player. Mbeumo plays himself. I'd like to see Mbeumo bench and Sesko starts. interesting. But do you think if Mbeumo starts, he's a good pick for FPL? Mbeumo isn't looking effective. Bruno doesn't play direct and through the lines. Often it's in the second half. Not sure about Mbeumo going forwards. There you go, Rob. That leads into Mbeumo out, Palmer in, Strat. The United fans are in agreement. Dylan, you have to go. Dylan, Cody, I would continue with your team. Don't make any more changes. Dylan, I can pull your team up now, mate, if you just give me 5 minutes of your time. Yeah, Cody, I don't think you need to make any more transfers, mate. I think that free transfer is going to be useful, and I don't think that you need someone on the bench because I think all of those guys are going to play. Yeah, I would be captaining Bruno or Wilson, depending on how differential you want to be. I think I don't have Wilson, so I'm not going to captain him. I'm probably going to captain Bruno. It's a bit mainstream. It's a bit mainstream. But this week I'm not planning to be too crazy. I think our team will probably get me a green arrow. Probably will get me a green arrow. All right, Dylan, let me just pull you up. And Cody, I'll come back to you if you want to continue to discuss this, because I know we were a bit quick, but just because he was next on the list and going, I'll definitely come back to you, Cody, if you want to discuss further. Dylan, 2 free transfers, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Haaland, Gabriel, Goodmanson suspended. Okay, so you have to use both your frees. I would just use them on who you lose the least money from. So what was your purchase current price and selling price on Haaland and Semenyo? Probably the ones to consider. I'd guess Haaland's probably the lowest, the least money you're losing. So I'd be moving Haaland out probably for JP. And then I'd be in between moving. I think if you lose a lot from Semenyo, I wouldn't move Semenyo. But I'd just move Haaland out, and then I'd probably just move Goodmanson because you probably won't lose anything on him, and you have a bunch of money. And you might keep O'Reilly in the future, who knows? Whereas you're probably not going to keep Goodmanson. All right, thanks, Cody. So yeah, I think move Haaland for. Yeah, I think move Haaland still. What's Semenyo, Dylan? Because you could go Semenyo to Parma and then not have to move Haaland. It'd be between Semenyo and Haaland are the two that I'd consider for the big changes. Because I think you either go Semenyo Palmer or you go Haaland JP, and then your other pick is maybe like even Semenyo Maka is nice. I know this is a bit punty. I feel like Semenyo will be a big price differential. Semenyo -3. Yeah, then I think you just move Haaland. I think you move Haaland for JP, and then you go like Goodmanson out, because you probably don't lose any money from him, and bring in like Malik Thior, maybe Calvin Bassey, maybe, or yeah, I think probably one of those two, Bassey or Thior. Those are my favourite picks for you. And then I think it'd be Haaland for JP, Raul, or DCL. It would probably be JP. Like, my choice would be JP. Plan was O'Reilly and Goodmanson with Theo and Anderson. I think you got. Who do you have bigger upside with? Do you think Theo and Anderson or JP? JP or Palmer? I don't mind O'Reilly and Goodmanson for Theo and Anderson. Just FYI. I'd potentially go Bassey over Anderson, just so you get like a little differential on everybody else. No worries, Rob. Andrea, Stranger, Smoosen. Salah to Gordon for 1 free transfer, or just play Evan Nilsson? Just play Evan Nilsson. Just play Evan Nilsson. You can if you're wildcarding in 32, then yeah. If you're not, then sure, then I'd probably bring in Gordon, yeah. Will be, yeah. Yeah, then I think you just roll. That free transfer will be useful in game week 36. You'll get an extra game out of that free transfer. Okay, can go Haaland to JP. Yeah, then I think if you go Haaland to JP, then you just go Goodmanson to Bassey or Theo. Maybe Sesko for a team league. Yeah, maybe Sesko for a team league. Actually, when's United start time? Yeah, that's the early one. Yeah, she'll have a look. It's too early for team leagues, right? Hashim, hey mate, do you think that if I have 11 starting players only, including Creepy and Lafay, that I should do Rice to Gordon? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Hashim. No worries, mate. Okay, cool, Dylan. I mean, maybe that works for you then. Omara, teach me tips. Best escape, Edwin. How many of you guys are in here? Lindsay, teach me tips. Are you here? Omara, are you here? Yes, geezer. Flippication. Wagwan, bro. Best team ID ever. Edwin's here. Best escape, are you still here? Because you were first. I know you were here before. If you're still here, I'll pull you up. If you're not, I'll do Edwin first. Edwin. Okay, let's do... teach me tips. Oh, okay. TMC, let's go. Lindsay. You're up, mate. 139304. Oh, Amara, if you're still here, man, remember to give us a shout. Best escapes, you're going to come next, so I'll just pull you up. So just stick around, you won't be long now. Hashim, Adam, Bench 1, Lafay, Creepy, Hill, DCL. Creepy. Teach me tips, this you. Yes, this is you, Simon, isn't it? Bro, I can't remember people's names. My head's blowing up. We've even gone through the pronunciation of this. Simen. Simen? I know we've been through it before, kind of. Simon. Simon? Seaman. Seaman. That's quite funny what that sounds like. Seaman. Top 1 mil. Let's go. Lovely. Back in there. Wow, yeah, great game week last week, mate. Okay, so it's just me. My pronunciation is bad. Fair enough. Maybe I'll just call you Otzi. 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 Otti. Otti. Here we go. Otti. All right, Otti, what are we saying this week? Gabriel, Haaland, and Munoz are benched. ADK, hey bro, what's going on? Captain Wilson, right, or Captain Bruno? We'll do the opposite of what your dad's doing, Rob. Teach me tips. Already done Munoz to Theo. Oh yeah, sorry, already done that. So then Haaland, Rice. Stev's out this week, is he? No, he's in. Yeah, he was available. Yeah, so Haaland, Rice, Gabriel on the bench. Cool. And then you just got 1 free, which you're going to roll. Which I think is the correct decision. I think it's worth, like, that. Your team does have some, like you've got Sharda, you've got I know Sev's supposed to be back. You got Mbumo. You got some guys that like could be benched, but all of them are going to come off the bench, and you're going to start them anyway. So I think there's no point making another transfer. It's not like you're going to bench Mbumo or Sharda for whoever you bring in. So please select between Rice and Semenyo to bench for Gordon or Soboslai. I don't think that's where we were, Sheriff, mate. I thought we said we were taking out like Munoz for VVD. Yeah, rolling with your conscience clean. I think so, mate. I think you definitely have to roll that transfer. Like, if you get someone coming off the bench, you would have got someone coming off the bench for that 1-pointer anyway. No worries, bro. 80k add you to the list, mate. 59845543. Best escape. I'm going to pull you up now, mate. Uh, 29044. Also, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in my chat. Oh, Kaya. Yeah, you've been in the chat before. A long time ago, though, mate. I haven't seen you for a while. You're having a great season, though. 227k. Really good. Kaya, just because you got a really unique name, I really like it. Kaya means. It's probably one of my favourite names, actually. I reckon I'd name my kid Kaya. It's a pretty cool name. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by your great name. Looking at your team. Haaland, Gabriel, Timber on the bench. Maguire comes back this week. Got lost in the sauce. That's it. Yeah, I think you're pretty good. You got 2 frees. Have you made any transfers yet this week? I think Maguire was fit, eh? No transfers made. Are you on board with Wildcard 32? Sorry, Wildcard 32, bench boost 33, free hit 34. Second place in mini league. Which is your mini league? Fantasy eccentricity. I've got it. Well, the guy that's top is doing great. So he's got Fernandez and Wilson. He's probably going to cap Fernandez, isn't he? I think you cap. Yeah, need to do something different. Your teams are quite similar. You're not. What's your chip strategy then? I think like you can have different wildcard teams. I just think that's the best chip strategy. I normally like to go for a different chip strategy, and I thought about it quite a long time this season because I wanted to come out with some content. Like even for me as a content creator, it's good to come out with like, oh, this is an alternate like chip strategy theory. But to do that, like I have to really believe in it. And like last year, I came out with one that was really good, and like my chip strategy smashed everybody out of the water. I can't remember what I did last season, but I remember it was really good, and I gained a lot of rank, got in the top 100k. I finished like top 50k, I think, in the end. But this year, I just didn't have anything that I thought was better. So like, I didn't want to come out here with you guys and be like, you know, wildcard 35, bench boost 36. Like that's stupid. Honestly, like it doesn't work. I've looked at it. Free hit 33, wildcard 35, bench boost 36. Doesn't like it's not as good. You're not going to get more points. I guarantee you won't get more points. So, yeah. Oh, Hill, what's good, bro? Yeah, so maybe you just need to just choose a different wildcard team, and that's something I can definitely help with because there are going to be different wildcard teams out there. So you're going to have some of the same players, but you're going to have some differences, and you just got to hope you get that right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, 70 points behind at the moment. I guess what I can really say about that is you might have to take a few punts, but I just don't think this is the week for it. I think your punts are going to be better off made in the double game weeks. So I think you roll your transfers and you save them. I know that's not fun. This week, but I just think it's your best move. Yeah, I do think roll is the best. Different wildcard team. Who's going to have 3 Leeds players other than myself, Rob? If your dad's captain Ekatike, I'd probably just captain Fernandez, Rob. No worries, Kyle. Who's next on the list? Kyle, mate, you got to sign up and be a member so I can read your name every day. You know, WhatsApp chat. Edwin. Edwin 756 4793. Is that a yes to membership, Carl? Do it. I'd love to have you as a member. It's only like 50p a week or something. Edwin, I've made my transfer, but I'm doubting it already. Want to hear what would you have done? Looking for some confirmation bias. The only chip I've played is bench boost. So wildcard 32 for my team. Rob, mate, if you think Wilson, go Wilson. Honestly, if you think Wilson, go Wilson. it is against Burnley. I don't think there's an obvious option. I think this is like where you go with your gut. There are certain times where I think that I'm right and you should go with me. This is one of those times where I think you go with your gut. I think Bruno's been more consistent, and given your dad's not going for him, that's why I was gonna go with him. But I might not go Bruno because I'm probably looking to go a bit differential this week. So I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Honestly, haven't decided on my captaincy. I need to play this bench boost wildcard 32 for my team. You should just wildcard in 33, Edwin. You don't need to wildcard in 32. If you've already played your bench boost, you just wildcard in 33. There's no point wildcarding a week earlier. Because somebody could get injured, anything could happen. So the reason that people wildcard in 32 is so they can play their bench boost in 33. If you could wildcard and bench boost in the same week, you would do it in 33. So for you, you wildcard in 33 for sure. What change? My camera just randomly, I think I hit the wire and it cut out. Let me just bring it back. I will hit the wildcard button immediately after the deadline for price rise purposes. And I will bring in players who potentially will double if they win the FA Cup. But that's the only reason I'm going to hit the wildcard button at the beginning. Take a look at one of my old videos that was like Wildcard Dark Arts, this video with like KSI's photo on the front. That explains a lot of how you should look at wildcarding. Oh, Omar, you just joined back. That's all right, mate. I can pick you up after this with Edwin. I'll just come back to you. Arhill, sorry, bro. How are you, man? I didn't see your messages. Bro, should I do a -4 for Salah to Gordon? I do have Enzo on bench. Nah, just play Enzo, mate. As a differential, Ekatike's best cap. Don't have Wilson. Yeah, Ekatike's good. Yo, Stalin after deadline and creating a team. Stalin? What the hell does that mean? Staying after deadline and creating a team. Creating a team for what? A wildcard team? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. I haven't really thought about it yet. I'll need to take a quick deadline toilet break. And price rise team. It's a good idea. I like it. I like it. Okay, sorry. So Edwin's asking what I would do with his team. I think so. So Gabriel, Rice, Haaland, Tarko. So I think it obviously depends on who you're losing the most money from getting rid of. I wouldn't be getting rid of Gabriel because I think you'd lose a lot of money from him. You've got one free only. It would be just either Tarko to like Thior, Bassi, or Rice to a Maka or Haaland to a JP. That's one of the transfers that I would do for you. I think if you did one of those, I think that's good. No wildcard next week. I'd wildcard game week 33. Yes, that's correct, Edwin. So what did you end up doing? What was your transfer? Was it one of the ones I said? So I said Tarko to either Thior or Bassi, Rice to Maka, or Haaland to JP. Rice to Gordon. Okay. I don't hate that. That's fine. No problem with that. Like, that's one of those transfers where you go with your gut. I just think Gordon's a bit of a troll in the Premier League for me. That's why. Honestly, there's no reason to not go for him other than I think he's a troll. Finally, -8 hits. My team is Sanchez, Virgil, Thiago, Michele, Bruno, Rogers, Gordon, Wilson, Ekatike, Thiago, João Pedro. Bench, Dubravka, Gabriel, Rice, Munoz. So you got rid of Semenyo. I thought we said you were not going to get... I thought we said you can keep Semenyo and get rid of Munoz for someone else. But sure, I mean, it's fine. I just like Semenyo. Like, I prefer Semenyo to Gordon. I'd rather you have another defender and not have Gordon. But if you want to go that way, it's okay. Like, I definitely would have taken the -8. Okay. Keep Rice or Semenyo. I think I'd keep Semenyo over Rice. I think he's got higher upside. Okay, Omara. Time for you, babe. Mate. I'm sure that's what I said. Ayomide Owamara. Amplification. Amplification definitely caught that. Oh, dear. It's getting late, mate. No worries, Sheriff. All good, bro. Alright, so you got Haaland, Sargay on the bench. Feels like a roll. Feels like a roll into Wildcard 32, mate. So who do you start, Lamens or Dubravka? Probably Lamens. You don't have any... Which one is better, Sarr, Wilson or Maguire, Sarr, Haaland, Anderson? Bro, no -8, man. No -8. Definitely no -8. Let me look at your... Which is the league that is your head-to-head that you're doing? Your mini-league? Definitely don't -8 before a wildcard. What's the mini-league called? Omara? Edwin, I completely agree. I think that does have a lot of good potential to grow my channel, and at a time where I'm not like crazy busy is like perfect for me. Homies, that's the one I thought it was going to be. Yeah, alright, so 5 points behind third and then quite a bit away from the leaders. Quicks! Unk! What's happening? Hey guys, good to see you. Guys, yeah, Omar, I'll just roll, bro. Roll transfer. If you have to, Sarr to Wilson. Oh, sorry, you have Gay, Sarr, Gabriel, 3, Strand, Larson, 4. Yeah. Sarr to Wilson. Sorry, bro. I missed the Palace. Gay, Gabriel, Sarr, Strand, Larson, Haaland. 5 players non-playing. Yeah. You need to take a -4. You need to go Sarr to Wilson and Haaland to... Let's have a look at your mini-league. What do they have? One's got Wilson, one's got Thiago, the other's got Thiago. No point going Thiago because they all have Thiago, other than the leader. Does the leader? Oh no, the leader has him as well. Yeah, they all have Thiago, so no point going to him. Maguire. No, you don't want to get rid of Maguire. Just keep him. You want to maybe get rid of... Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can go maybe Haaland to João Pedro. No one has João Pedro. Yeah, that's what I'd do, mate. Haaland to João Pedro, Sarr to Wilson. Or if you can go Strand Larson to João Pedro, then do that instead. Sarr to Wilson, Strand Larson to João Pedro. Because you need to make both those transfers to have 11 playing players. So you have to take a -4. because you want to have an 11. Quexia, I've got your code, mate. 2660313. Not that I've got it, I just remember it. Why is everyone coming in now? Okay, guys, because you're all coming in now, I'm going to have to do my team now and then come to all of you guys. If that's okay. Oh, Amara, hopefully that makes sense, yeah? I'd cap Wilson as well. So Sarr to Wilson, Strand Larson to João Pedro. Take a -4. Okay, guys, I'll put my team on screen because I'm going to need to make a transfer to somebody. And Quex, thank you, bro. Appreciate you signing up for membership. I will, of course, get to your team ASAP. So I guess with my team this week, the decision is Haaland, Semenyo, or O'Reilly out, and who for. Looking at the list view, you can see O'Reilly I'd lose 0.1 mil, Semenyo I'd lose 0.3 mil, and Haaland I'd lose 0.1 mil. If I transfer them out and back in, and Gabriel 0.5 mil, so I'm definitely not going to do that one. So I think the easy option is just Haaland out. I think there's some nicer options in the front line. I think there's a few less... Hey, has my chat died? Oh, maybe I just never had chat in this one. Let's see if it comes through. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just think João Pedro feels like the nicest option. Especially like where I'm looking to get into, like the top 1k. He just feels like a nice pick. I mean, the only other option is I go Semenyo to Palmer as a massive punt, but I just don't like that as much. If I was to go O'Reilly out, I just don't know where I'd go. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know where I'd go from O'Reilly. I'd maybe go VVD. But I don't love that. Don't love that at all. He's probably even more highly owned than João Pedro. How do I make this take a small break while I take a brief... take a brief toilet break. 2 secs. Sorry, I'm back. What did I miss? Okay, we're back. We're back. Yeah, so I think with my team, I think the best option is just Haaland to João Pedro. I just don't really see a nicer pick this week. Could go Danny Welbeck. Again, doesn't feel quite right. If we look at what I was showing earlier, which was last 4 game weeks, Welbeck with 21, JP 30, JP over Ekatike, Ekatike 20. Yeah, that is a point. But I've got Wirtz. I've got Enzo as well. Yeah, that's interesting. JP over Ekatike. Ekatike. I mean, they both basically got all their returns in one game. But Ekatike did score 2 against Brighton last time in the home fixture. I don't really expect Brighton to change their style of play. Yeah, I think I'm going to go JP over Ekatike. Just Everton don't concede too many goals. But I guess you could say neither do Brighton. Generally. Yeah, we're going to go JP, I think. Gonna go JP. Or do I want to go for a defender? Could go VVD. I'm going to hold on for a minute. I'm going to... No, I'm not. I'm going to make the transfer. You think we get last minute news on Sesko? Should we have a look on Twitter? Man United Team League, Sesko starts would be wild. Almost forgot about a deadline. I need to get rid of these guys. They're pissing me off. Added them to a list that normally do team leaks, and now they're just posting a load of crap. I can't see anything. 6:30 is deadline. Yeah, I got 35 minutes. I think I just make the JP move. I'll tell you what, I will wait till a little bit closer to the deadline to see if we get any Sesko news. But before I do that, let's put Haaland in, so he'll immediately come in. And then who's my captain? Bruno? Captain Anderson v Burnley. Can't captain Works. There's no one like this is going to be a bad week for me. I think I can't see this being a good week unless Bruno does something. I think I'm going to make the João Pedro move. I'm not going to wait to the deadline. Should I wait? I'm going to wait 5 minutes till a deadline. What's the point of doing a deadline stream if you don't wait for the information, eh? Alright, let's do the rest of your teams. Sorry. Do you know what? Let's set an alarm. 5 minutes to deadline. So I don't miss it. All right, what we got? Who we got here? Uncle Lou. Time for you. Uncle Lou's nephew. Like the team name. So 4 free transfers. Have you made any transfers yet? You got Gabriel, Haaland, Rice, Enzo, Lefebvre, Munoz, Mukiele. Probably going to need to make 3 transfers this week. Unk, have you made any transfers? No transfers made. Yeah, so Lefebvre is maybe, Mukiele is a maybe. Obviously the rest are no-goes. So I think you definitely have to make 3 transfers this week. And I'd probably make them the other way round and just get rid of Haaland and Rice and Munoz. How much money would you lose? So if you go to your team like this and you go to transfers and list view, your current price, selling price, purchase price, how much would you lose from, like, say you brought in Haaland? Like, I would only lose 0.1 mil for him. If you check your other players, I'd probably recommend you getting rid of some of those guys. And then you have a bit of a bench as well. Thinking Haaland to JP or Ekatike or Sesko. Rice to probably... I like the Maka punt. Sort of like, you can go JP and then Maka, and you don't have to go Ekatike. McAllister, that is. And then Munoz to, like, Theo. Thinking Munoz, Holland, Rice out to JP, Theo, Gordon. Yeah, I don't love the Gordon pick. I said it to a few people today. Like, losing 0 on Munoz is 0.1 and Holland 0.1 on Rice. Oh, yeah, get rid of all of them then in that case. Yeah, I don't love the Gordon pick. I've said to a few people today, like, I just think he's a bit of a troll in the Prem. Mac has been the top scoring midfielder other than Bruno Fernandes over the last 4 weeks. I know you guys probably missed my stuff that I got up before, but like, we were looking at top scoring midfielders over the last 4 weeks and what their fixtures were. I know he's had some good fixtures, but like this week's also a good fixture. Outside of that, you could potentially go to an Iwobi on top of Wilson, but I don't know if you want to go triple Fulham. I think that's... Oh, no, you've already got 3 Fulham, so ignore that. Damsgaard's probably not playing this week for Brentford. Casemiro is an interesting one for United, but you've already got Mbumo. I mean, you could go Rice to Bruno Fernandes, really. Oh, you got Bruno. I'm just being blind. Morgan Gibbs-White is an interesting one as well, yeah. I don't mind Morgan Gibbs-White. So yeah, I think Rice. I think I'd go Maka or Gibbs-White. I don't really love Gordon. I don't think Sunderland's a great fixture for him either. It's not like they're going to push forwards. He likes to run in behind. So unless they give away a penalty, I don't think he's going to score. So that's my view on the Gordon one. But yeah, I think your others are good. I think Haaland to JP, Munoz to Theo is what I'd do. And then I'd probably just consider maybe going Maka. Does that work? Quex, you about, mate? Quex and Bjorn next. Is that good, Unk? Also, love the team name, Uncle Lou's nephew. Big fan of that. Did we create that? Did we create that nickname? Or did you already have Unk? Cool, done. Nice one. Quex. What are we saying, Quex? Teach me tips. Just got feeling really fancy him with Ghana now being at Chelsea. The leaks are over. True. Quex, 2 free transfers. Oh, green arrow this week. A few green arrows. Oh, yeah, we were rolling, Quex. We're rolling. We're rolling again. It's been the name for a while. Oh, damn. How far away from the top 3 mil? Fuck, we're all miles away. 76 points. No, not too far. We can get top 3 mil. Gabriel, Gay, Semenyo, Haaland. Gabriel, Gay, Semenyo, Haaland. Okay, that's all right. So, what we're playing Pope this week. Hey, Quex, are you here, mate? If not, I'll do Bjorn first. Bjorn, are you here? Queku. Bjorn? Quex? Yeah, Bjorn. All right, let's do 394505. And then we got Flippication and ADK Soccer. I'll get you guys both in, don't worry. Mac 10 over Sozo. Yeah, that's what I think. I think he's a nice punt that no one would have gone for. And he's been the top scorer midfielder over the last second top scorer midfielder over the last 4 weeks. No one's even noticed him happening. You already did Chalobah and Munoz to Theo and Anderson. Need one more transfer for a full team. We'll lose 0.1, either Rice or Haaland, or I can sell Mane. Just sell Haaland. Well, Rice as well. You could. Yeah, it just depends who your punt, like who you want to do. Like again, I like JP, Ekatike, Maka. You've already got 2 United. You already got Wilson. Iwobi's alright if you want to double up. Remember, Stobbs on pens with Salah out. Yeah, Quex, you are, mate. You just. I was trying to do you, but you weren't here. That's why I've messaged in the chat. I'll just pull you up after I've done Bjorn. So just stick around, mate. Gabriel, Haaland, Rice, Chalobah, Munoz, Mane. Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying. You got to take a -8. Hey. I think you go either Rice to Maka or Haaland to JP or Ekatike. I'd probably go to JP or Ekatike. Based off your rank. Any thoughts, Bjorn? I don't think no point selling Mane. Who do I like more? I think JP. Because I think I'm going to end up going JP, so I've got to say JP. Sobbo's on pens and set pieces. I understand. But it's a 1 week punt. If you prefer Sobbo, you can go him. Go with your gut. I'm just saying Macca's gone totally under the radar. Nice one, Bjorn. Quex. I think I was saying on your team, Gabriel, Gay, Semenyo, Haaland. Yeah, so I was saying you probably just... So you got at the back Hill, Alderette, Rodon who play. I'd say put Pope in goal. Start Pope over Dubravka. Hill, Alderette, Rodon. Midfield, then you got Mbumo, Ryan, Wilson, Haaland, Thiago, TK. Yeah, I mean, I think how much price do you lose on Semenyo, Haaland? Because I think you probably go Semenyo to Bruno Fernandes. Otherwise, you go Haaland to JP. If you don't lose too much team value from Semenyo. So I don't know if you heard me when I was saying you can check on FPL. If if you go to your transfers page, you know where you have pitch view and list view. If you go to list view, you can see current price, selling price, purchase price at the top here. And you want to check what the selling price is versus what current price is, and then see how much you lose if you sell. Like, for example, if I sold Semenyo, I'd lose 0.3, whereas if I sold Haaland, I'd only lose 0.1. So, I mean, sell whoever you lose less, because you're probably going to bring them back in wildcard in 32. So either Haaland to JP or Semenyo to Bruno or Palmer. You can get there. Can't quite get there, can you? No. Shame. Well, Cap Wilson. Bruno's been destroying you. I think you got to go Bruno. He's just destroying your rank every week. Thoughts, Quex? Flipication, I'm coming to you, and ADK, are you guys both here? Ain't no chance Rossini benches Pedro for Delap or Tammy. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think JP's got to play. He's just been in such good form. He came off at like 59 minutes in the Champions League as well, so I just think there's no chance. Just means they're looking to protect him. They want to play him in the league. I don't think you have the money for Semenyo to Bruno. Alright, Flipication, I'll pull your team up. Quex, I don't think you have the money for Semenyo to Bruno. I know you got 2 free transfers. If you wanted, you can go. You could make both transfers, but I don't think it's worth it. I think you should go Haaland to JP because you don't have the money. All good, ADK. I'm just doing Flipication. Then you done Chalobah to Anderson, thinking Marley to Dango. If you sell Haaland, you lose 0.2. DCL. Yeah, it could go DCL. Gabriel, Timber, Haaland, Chalobah, Miley. And you've done Chalobah to Anderson, thinking Miley to Dango. Yeah, I think I just leave Haaland in that case. You got Senesi, Hill, and Anderson playing. Dango. Yeah, I quite like that. I think I'm good with that. I think that's nice. I think that's nice. Some good differential picks at your rank as well. I think you've got quite a nice team for this week. Nicer than me. 6.7 mil for the move. You could go Palmer. You could go Palmer. No, you don't have 6.7 mil. What am I talking about? You got 1.3 plus whatever the thing difference was of that transfer, which is 6.7 for move. What does that mean? I don't understand. Yeah, I think your transfers are good. Oh, 6 points as in you have 6.7 mil in the midfield. Yeah, I mean, otherwise you move Timber, right? And you go to like Virgil van Dijk. So you could go Timber to Virgil van Dijk. Or Miley to... No, I like Miley to Danga. I think that's a nice move. It's a nice differential. Yeah, stick with that, mate. Miley move, yeah. Rob, I have triple up on Brentford, so I need 2 goals from Danga and a goal from Thiago and a clean sheet or penalty save of DCL for a green arrow. Oh, dear. Mugwith, Wasim, Dubravka, Anderson, VVD, Hill, Eldred, Bruno, Mbumo, Wilson, Anderson, Thiago, Calvin, Lewin. 5 free transfers, 0.6 mil in the bank. What transfer shall I make? On the bench I have Gabby, Haaland, Semenyo. That's crazy that you have 5 free transfers. Are you wildcarding next week? McQueith, Wasim? Probably bring in like Thior for Hill. Bournemouth fixtures aren't so good anymore. Would you take out Semenyo if I plan on bringing back in wildcard? It would cost my team value 0.3 million, but I have no other bench midfielder. You don't have 2 midfielders? Because you only need to play 2 in midfield, right? I think that's right. Yeah, you only need to play 2 in midfield. So just bench Semenyo and move out someone else. But if you really can't, then yeah, I would take him out. I'd definitely take him out to play 11. Even if it costs you the 0.3 mil. It's worth the points that you gain. Unless you have to take a hit, then probably not. Okay. 80k. Let's get you up, mate. Sorry for delay. 598 4543. No worries, flipication, Abdullah. Abdul's abs. Alright, Semenyo, Haaland. I'm not wildcarding next week. I have value on those players. McQueith, mate, send me your team ID. It's too hard looking at that. I need to see more information about your team. It's just difficult to give a good view. I've been told to take -4 hits to get as close to 11 playing players as possible. This means selling City and Arsenal players. I have 3 City and 2 Arsenal. Yes, I would sell them. I would sell whatever the ones you lose the least team value on Gronkow. So whatever ones your current price and selling price are closest together. Abdos 80k. Semenyo, Gabriel, Haaland. Your team's good, man. I think you can roll. You got 2 free transfers though. I think you can roll. Yeah, Mukweek, send your team ID, mate. I can give more. It's a bit difficult to see from the teams that you post like that. Any chip advice? Wildcard 32, bench boost 33, free hit 34, 100%. If you stick around, we can do a wildcard draft for 32, like an early one. Post stream end. A+, my guy. But yeah, ADK, you're pretty good. I'd cap Bruno this week as well. ADK 7 for A plus. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be hitting the wildcard button as soon as the game comes back online. Basically before the price changes overnight, which is in 7 hours, which would be about 1 a.m. So you want to try and start your wildcard team and get some of the potential doublers into your team, like an Ekatike in case Liverpool win. Maybe Van Heck if in case Brighton get the double. Yeah, those sort of guys. Newcastle, you want Malik Thior, maybe Gordon, maybe Hall. Just bring him in now. Camera's frozen. Sorry. I keep stepping on the cable. A plus. I'll direct to cash. Don't know. I don't see the point in making moves like that this week. But you've got 5 free transfers. Again, I need to see your team ID, McQueith. Samir, Donnarumma. So you played Dubravka in goal this week. Then you got Gabriel, Rice, Haaland, Munoz, Canate. I think Canate's fit. Yeah, Canate's available. So I imagine you'd lose the most from Gabriel. So I'd probably just move one of Haaland or Rice, whoever you have. You get you lose the least from. So if you look at, as I've been saying, if you look on your team in transfers instead of on pitch view, if you look at list view, you can see the difference between current price and selling price. Have a look who you lose the most from, whether it's Haaland or Declan Rice. Whoever you lose the least is who I'd transfer out of the team, given that you're probably bringing them back in. So yeah, I'd do that, and then it'd probably be either Rice for McAllister at Liverpool or Haaland for João Pedro. Just the one transfer, I think, is fine. Nish, on time, Nish. Team ID, ASAP. ASAP. You got 5 minutes because I need to do my team still. Well, I'm just going to bring João Pedro in, to be honest. Gronkau is Gabriel to Virgil, Semenyo to Gordon, Harlow to João Pedro, okay for -8. It is, but I'd probably try and avoid the Gabriel to Virgil. You can probably go someone else to Virgil, no? Because you'd probably lose quite a lot of money from moving Gabriel out, Gronkau. So I'd maybe do someone else. McQueith. Timber, yeah, Timber's much better. That's what I'd do. Bro, I need your help. Rice to Gordon or Mbeumo and Mark Gay to Anderson and João Pedro. Why the 1 or 2 transfers, Nish? Have you got a team ID? My guess is Mark Gay, the Mbeumo and Gay to Anderson and João Pedro. But no, I don't know. Or Rice to like Rice to Maka maybe. I'm on the Alexis McAllister. Flipped a coin and captaincy's Wilson, apparently. McQueith, let's have a look. What was your question again? 5 free transfers. Oh, yeah, I see. 359k. It's mental that you got 5 free transfers, bro. Gabriel, Semenyo, Haaland. Holy shit, man. How do you save up the transfers like this? I'd probably get rid of Hill because you got Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo. Hill to maybe like a Malik Thior. He's got good fixtures. Hill to Cash. Hill to Cash actually looks quite good. Aston Villa has some nice fixtures coming up. Hill to Cash looks nice. I don't really see anything else that I would do. Alderete, I quite like him. I think I'd go Hill to Cash because you've got Mbeumo and Fernandez, so you've got them playing against that Bournemouth defence. So I think if you're backing United, you go for the Villa defence. Villa have got a good few fixtures, given that you're not wildcarding next week as well. Thomas Dainton start Sesko and Dyer or Waltamada for draft mode super stuck. Sesko, I reckon. I think he'd be nice if he plays. He looks good. If he comes off the bench, so be it. It's a nice little punt though. Nish Team ID? No worries, McQueef. Hope that helps, mate. Alright, I'm just going to check Twitter, see if there's any leaks on teams. Nothing. Therefore, I'm going to make my transfer. Haaland to João Pedro. That's my alarm to make my transfer. João Pedro in, Bruno Fernandes captain, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, my man, vice captain. Just check with my missus that she's made her transfers. Log into her team and make sure it's done. Nish. 817-4909. No leaks at the moment, I can't see any. Nish, Gabriel, Richards, Rice, Haaland, O'Reilly, Gw. Mate, you got to make 3 transfers here, Nish. You've got so many blankers. How much money do you lose from Haaland, O'Reilly, Rice, Richards? Right, just get rid of Haaland. Bring in JP. Get rid of Gw. Bring in Ekatike. Get rid of Chris Richards. Bring in Malik Thior. And then you're good. Use those 3 transfers. And then bench O'Reilly, Gabriel, Rice. Oh shit. Sorry, I swear I'm not doing team leaks. I'm just like checking my partner's team. Nish, did you hear me? You got 3 minutes to deadline. I think Haaland, Guiu, Richards out, Ekatike, João Pedro, Malik Thior in. And then we're wildcarding next week. Yes, Nish? Dylan Hayard and play Petrovic or Dubravka. Depends who you have in the attack. I'd play Petrovic probably. Nish, nice one, mate. Cap Bruno. You got 11 playing players now, yeah? Nish, also, you're absolutely flying, 73k. No worries, mate. I'm back in UK now, so I should be able to get the videos out as well as the streams. Yes, mate, I did do my team. Here is my final team. I got João Pedro in. DCL VC. DCL VC. Ah, 1 minute till deadline, guys. 1 minute till deadline. Let's see if we got any bloody leaks on here. It's not like it's going to help me, but maybe it helps you guys. Tenner to captain DCL. No deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. I need, like, money that's non-existent. No, I don't want any other money for captaining DCL. We can, like, as I said, DCL triple captain next year. I'll keep the £99 threshold. But does anyone want to do a bet this week? Any bets? What was that £10 bet? Did something happen? Did someone do a bet? It was £99, was it? Yeah, okay. We'll keep that for next year. Let's do a bet. What are we doing? Deadline has passed, guys. That is it. I don't know why it's showing this. Where am I? Refresh. Yeah, game's updating. All right, chaps. What we're going to do, because a lot of people have asked for it, and I think it's worth looking at, is as soon as the game becomes live again, think about playing your wildcard chip immediately and catching the price rises. And in order to do that, I'm going to try and do a team. It's not letting me do this at the moment. Okay, let's try this. Oh yeah, we wanted to do a giveaway this week, didn't we? Let's do this bet. Hang on. Sesko goal bet. 3 goals for DCL in the next 5 game weeks. If not, Alex gets a tenner from you. And if he does, I win the bet. Yeah, but I think DCL could do that. I'm on your side. Oh, that was the £10. All right, yeah. All the best, Nish, mate. Catch you later. Oh, you meant me, not you. Okay. Sesko goal bet. Yeah, I'm willing to make a bet that Sesko doesn't score. You want to bet me £10? See, man. Adam, you got to rig the spin that Kickoff wins finally. Hey, Kickoff, you got an English bank account? If you got an English bank account, I'm more happy for you to win. But actually, no, I worked out how to do it with Quex and everybody. You'll do a bet with me. What have we got to bet? I need Sesko to score for my draft team. Yeah, so ideally you should get Rico to bet me £10 that Sesko's going to score. And then he's guaranteed to score, because Rico always screws me in bets. How do I... Yeah, this is what I want. Let's do a wildcard 32. Not with 1-to-1 odds, no. £15 versus £10. You win 15 or I win 10. That's the best I can offer you. Or 10 and 5. Wait, actually, just become a member. Become a member for the rest of the season versus £10. Teach me tips. And you lose, you become a member. You win. The rest of the season, membership. You win, I'll give you £10. That's my bet. Bjorn, need new light bulb. Thanks and good luck this week. Thank you, Bjorn. Guys, we are going to do like a wildcard draft here, so stick around. I'll probably do it until 7. And then so if you want to rewatch this bit of the stream later as well, feel free to do that. I'm down bet. Okay, £10 versus membership. So I've got Sesko not to score, yeah? And you've got Sesko to score. Alright, that's guaranteed Sesko goal for everybody. I always lose these bets. Alright, so a few things to think about then on this wild card, and this is my fixture schedule. So important things are who's going to double in 33, who you think's going to double in 36, and who's going up in price. So if any of these guys are possible, if any of these guys that are going up in price via live FPL overnight are potential doubling, bring them into your team now. And assuming you're not going to lose price on your players. So this is a little bit annoying actually, because it's not got my updated team. And it won't let me pull up a new plan. Don't know why Plan FPL is being funny. Probably because it's deadline. Finners! What's happening, cuz? You just missed the deadline, bro. So if I just put my game week 31 to what my guys are actually, then maybe this makes it a bit better. Well, my team's so different to what I had planned it to be at this stage. Who's my defence? Anderson, Hill. Who do I have at the back? Do I still have Munoz? Who's my other defender this week? Malik Thior, yeah. Yeah, game's updating. Captain Bruno, nice. Yeah, okay, so let's look at these teams. So, doublers in 33. Arsenal, Brighton, Chelsea, Newcastle, they're all pretty locked in that I think they're going to double. Then I reckon Arsenal are going to win whoever they play in the semi-finals and get to the final. So then I reckon in 36 they're going to double again. So I definitely want 3 Arsenal players in my team, in my wildcard in 32. I think I'm going to go Gabriel because he's already there. Declan Rice because I quite like that. And maybe a little bit differential and maybe go Gyökeres up top. Or we'll have a think about it, but for now, that's how I'll start the team. Okay? Let's say Chelsea get a good semi-final draw. So I'm going to go with Chelsea. But that also means that Burnley double, which is not ideal. This also means Newcastle are going to double in 33. And with Newcastle doubling in that week versus Bournemouth and Arsenal, you're going to have Malik, Thior and Lewis Hall rising in price. So you potentially want to have those guys in your team at the moment. At least one of them. So, I mean, for me, it's going to be Thior because I've already got him. But given that he's rising, I would be having him in. And then potentially Anthony Gordon. The reason that you want to get these guys in is because if they catch double price rises, then it's worth having them. But it's only worth bringing them in for players, as I discussed previously, where you don't lose team value for. Yeah, so unfortunately the game's updating, so I can't show that again. But yeah, you don't want to be losing team value for these guys. So again, back to the team. Am I keeping Bruno? I'm probably not. I will have Bruno on a free hit in 34. But 35 against Liverpool is a tough one. 36 against Sunderland's not that easy. And then I probably transfer him in for 37, 38 against Forest and Brighton. So I'll have him 34, 37 and 38. And he's just going to miss out that game week 32 versus Leeds. So, because I want to have 15 doublers. So Bruno's not going to be in my team. So at the moment I've got Gyökeres, Rice, Gabriel and Thior. That Gyökeres might change. I think Man City likely beat Liverpool, but Liverpool do have a chance of doubling as well if they beat Man City. And if they do, Ekitike is due to go up in price. So he probably comes in up top for me in case that he has a double price rise this week. And João Pedro is going to stay for the Chelsea getting through to the finals. So I think this is difficult to do just at the moment because it should mostly be based off price rises. If Chelsea get through, Brighton double. Brighton have a chance of doubling in 37? No. Oh, Leeds, yeah. If Leeds get through, then Brighton would double in 37 as well. If Leeds get to the final. So, I mean, if Chelsea draw Leeds in the semi-final, then Brighton are going to have a chance of 2 doubles. Or if Leeds get a good draw. If Leeds get a good semi-final draw. What's my current rank? 7k. I'm currently 7k in the world. I'll do a giveaway? Yeah, I will. If people are sticking around, then they deserve to be in the giveaway. I will do one. But let's just do this team. So I think João Pedro stays for me, like I said. Then Brighton, you've got Van Heck here that's going to go up in price. So I think Van Heck comes into my team at the back. True Fair, I don't think anyone's probably going to be going for. I would probably say Senesi or Hill a better pick, so not going to come into my team anyway in a wild card. Hall and Harry Wilson are the other ones, so Hall and Harry Wilson, we're looking at Fulham not doubling. So Fulham can't double at all this season, so Harry Wilson's not going to be in my team. Lewis Hall, I just think Malik Thiaw's nicer. There is a chance of Newcastle doubling in 36 as well at the moment. It's quite unlikely. West Ham would have to get to the final. But it's very likely that they double in 33. So I think Malik Thiaw's fine, but Lewis Hall probably not for me. So then my team looks like just on price rises and Arsenal to go through. This is what the team looks like at the moment. And then the rest of it is just going to be on who I think wins in the semi-finals. So I'm going to say Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City for me are the three teams that I think might make the final. If Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City if those guys make the final, who do they play against? They would play against Bournemouth, who could get a double-double with Leeds. So the draws are all important here. It's very difficult to pick this team. I think these are the key players that I would bring in. And I think the rest of the wild card is not really relevant until the draw. I think this is probably where I'd sit with a team. Probably maybe without even Gyökeres in there. This is what my team would probably look like just for price rises at the moment. Those are the guys that I would be bringing in. Even João Pedro doesn't need to be there. Gordon potential as well. I think Gordon has potential. And Gordon for price rise. I think actually Lewis Hall for price rise potential. I think you just have him. Harry Wilson's not going to go up twice in the week, is he? I mean, maybe that's your team. You gamble on the double price rises for now. So this is what your team should look like. Leno Vandenberg aren't going to go up twice. True Fair, maybe. Don't think he's going to go up twice. Don't know why he would. Charter, Brentford double? No, Brentford double. I think this is what your team should look like. That is a draft of who you should. This is who you should bring in now, because these guys could go up 2 times in price. Is Declan Rice in there, or did I make that up? Gabriel. No need for Gabriel. No need for Rice. Yeah, so neither of these guys either. This is who needs to be in your team then. Those are the guys on price rise that you need to get in your wildcard team. There's a chance of them going up twice in the week. If they go up 0.2 in the week, then you can sell them later in the week and make 0.1 million for your team. They all look like they're going up tonight in price. They have to go up twice, yeah, because then you make 0.1 mil. Is it wise to go without Haaland? No, I definitely would have Haaland in my team for double game weeks. Okay, guys, thank you for sticking with us through that. I might even take a screenshot of that for myself for when the game comes back online, and I will make those transfers and bring these guys into my team on my wildcard. It's not back yet, is it? No, they're still updating. Okay, so then we'll just do the giveaway then. So I put W in the chat if you want to be involved in the giveaway. I'll do $10 for first. Oh, team lineup. United. And Bumo starts. Cunha, Ahmad, Sesko benched. Bournemouth. Croupy benched. You are welcome, whoever asked me that. Evan Nilsson starts, Tav starts, Ryan starts, Hill starts, Senesi starts. Petrovic starts. Okay. Okay, W's in the chat if you want to be involved in the giveaway. Members automatically entered. Members that have been here in this chat, by the way. How do I get this? Oh. Sorry. I realise I'm just showing half a screen. Just bear with me. Just get everyone's name in there. £10 giveaway. Thanking everybody for their support. I obviously really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Thank you to the members, of course, because without you guys, I obviously couldn't keep this going. And then everybody that tunes in, subscribes, and is involved. Appreciate you guys. Yes, really helpful, and your support makes me keep going. So thank you. And that's why I like to give away. Okay, so kick off. Mr. Unknown. Musquith. Dylan. Flipication. Tim T. Kickoff should be added twice. No, he can't be added twice. Annoyingly. Oh yeah, I forgot Josiah. Alex. Who did I miss that was right here at the beginning of the stream? There was like a couple of people. couple of members from the start of stream that I've missed. I definitely have. I just can't remember who they were. Isaac, that's right. Whoever were the first two commenters, I think I missed you guys. Oh no, I think it was Abdullah. That's fine, I've already got you in there. You're the second team ID. Yeah, so definitely for wildcard, guys, like, important that you pay attention this week and yeah, try and get these guys in on price rises. If not, like, honestly, like, the rest of the team's not really relevant until the semi-finals are drawn. Like, it completely depends on that semi-final draw what my team is going to be, because I'm going to want to get in people that I think are going to double in 36 as well. So bear that in mind. I'll try and do maybe an early wildcard draft, but just having looked at that, it almost feels pointless to do a draft. I mean, people will view it because it's a wildcard draft, but I feel like I'm selling my soul to the devil a little bit. I might do one anyway because I know people are interested. But I'll caveat massively by saying I think my wildcard draft will completely change by the time the FA Cup is done and the games are over. Anyway, enough me jabbering on. I can't put myself in here. Oh, no, it was Niels. That's who I missed. Okay, so this one is for $10. Good luck to everybody. Spin it to win it. Can Kickoff be the hero that he's always wanted to be? Or will Isaac get the winning streak? He's unbelievable. Isaac and Abdullah are like magnets for winning these things. Unbelievable. What a man. What a man. I have paid out everybody else that has won stuff. Edwin, Kweku, I managed to send the money to now, so no one is owed $10 from me at the moment, except for Isaac. And we'll do one more giveaway, which will be for 10% discount to my store. Which, if you have never seen before, I've got a bunch of cool stuff, like football fan merch, loads of different stuff, all of the different teams and all of that jazz, hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, mouse mats, whatever team you support, there's something there. The Wales Golf Madrid one is probably one of my favourite, for Gareth Bale, Cole Palmer, all of this stuff. Some old school Mark Viduka, Leeds, and also if you do want any of this stuff customised with your name and number, I don't have that on the store at the moment, but if you do send me a DM, I can customise it for you and make you a special link. It will cost a little bit more than what we have on the store, but the prices are super cheap on there. I basically made it so I barely make any money out of this, maybe like $3. So yeah, one more spin for a 10% discount for my store. Good luck. Paul, love my Bruno hoodie. Yeah, Paul bought himself a Bruno hoodie. Actually, the hoodies are really nice quality. So glad you like it, Paul. Teach me tips. Congratulations. Abdullah, so close, mate. Was that you? Next one here. Oh, it was Josiah. Teach me tips. Congratulations. I'll send you a link with the discount code to the store. Let me know if there's anything that you would like. If you want anything customized, I can do it for you. I can do you some better prices as well. So yeah, have a look and let me know if you'd like anything on the store. I will post a link to the store down below in the chat, and of course it's always on my YouTube channel page. You can find it at the top. Thanks as ever, to all of you guys for paying attention, for watching, for supporting. People thought it was you in the picture. I really appreciate it. So hope you all have a great game week. I'll catch you in the middle of the week with some videos on Wildcard. Yes, I ship to Norway. I ship all the way around the world. So that shouldn't be a problem. There are some shipping fees which are a bit annoying. I'm not sure how much Norway is, but I definitely ship there. But yeah, try and make it as cheap as possible for you, hopefully. UAE, yeah. I think we ship. It's global shipping. On this store. So yeah, please take a look if you're interested. If it doesn't ship to where you are, again, send me a DM or Insta. I have another place where I can try and get it to ship to you. So it shouldn't be a problem wherever you're from if you're interested in stuff. Again, all really cheap. I probably make like $3-4 from these products. So yeah, anything you support I appreciate, because obviously I put a lot of time into building a website and making all this stuff, but just because I thought you guys might like it. And if there's any like specific players or stuff that you would like, as long as you are going to purchase afterwards, I'm happy to design something for you. So I've had a few requests from different things. Paul, for example, requested the Bruno hoodie. So I'll show you maybe the Bruno hoodie, and I got this customized for Paul with the Bruno hoodie and his name and number on the back. I've had Kylian Mbappe. This was the Bruno hoodie. Son Heung-min, Erling Haaland, like Ronaldo, all of this stuff, like the Adebayor celebration. So yeah, feel free to take what you want. There's a bunch of cool stuff. There's also some just TEA supporter products as well, just like my caps and stuff like that, beanies, mugs. The mugs were quite good. Anyway, I'll stop jabbering on. I'll leave you guys to enjoy what is now the weekend here. Have a fantastic game week, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support. This has been your English Aussie, and I will catch you very soon. Cheers, guys.